What a series finale we've got on deck today between Auburn and Oklahoma. Kyle Branch and the Sooners stole a win last night from the Tigers to even up this three-game series behind a great pitching performance. It's Cord Rager pitching for Oklahoma today. Alex Petrovic will get the baseball for Auburn. And it's a massive game with many implications as we take a look at our league standings here. Both Auburn and Oklahoma deadlocked 11-9 in the conference. So many teams piling up there towards the top of the league. As we welcome you inside our broadcast booth at lovely Plainsman Park, alongside Mark Fuller, I'm J.J. Jackson. What more could you ask for? These teams have identical records, and the series is up for grabs, Mark.
Two great games, elite defense, and a great show today. And the winner takes one more step. It's big for both of them.
All right, let's take a look at last night's game. Again, the final score 2-1 for Oklahoma. How did we get here? Well, here's your highlights. Cameron Johnson, the starting pitcher, was phenomenal. Over 5 innings on the mound, 4 strikeouts, put the Sooners in a big position to win. Auburn got a home run from Chase Freilich in the 8th to set this up. In the 9th, it was a magical walk. Cade Ballou comes in as a pinch runner, advances to second on a pass ball, and then all of a sudden, Kyle Branch won the ball game for the Sooners with that diving stop and throw out, and it sets up a tournament resume for both of these teams. That looks pretty darn impressive.
Yeah, and Oklahoma, you see right there, they're close with a win today. They kind of sneak into that number 1 seed maybe, and Auburn's sitting there wanting to get to 8th because then you get the bye, you're home all the way to Omaha, so both teams with so much riding on this ball game.
The aforementioned Auburn starting pitcher today is Alex Petrovic. Petrovic on the year, making his 11th start. The Cypress, Texas native standing at 6'5".
And you know what? I got to say, advantage Auburn because of him. He's been really, really good in his 10 starts, very consistent. Last week, a tough first inning in Gainesville, and then went 7 shutout. He's the ace in the hole, so to speak, for Auburn today.
2.82 ERA there for Petrovic. As we take a look at the Oklahoma batting order, Walk, Gamble, and LaChance at the top. Sooners have scored 4 of their 6 runs with 2 outs. This is a good bunch.
They are. They're very good. And I would highlight Dayton LaChance again. He's back catching today. He's hit everything hard all weekend long. They need him to swing it hard today. And for Petrovic, you saw that little turn down there, control freak, or no, command freak. He is that. He commands 3 pitches as well as anybody on this staff, which says a lot because they got a lot of good arms to throw strikes.
So Jason Walk, the switch-hitting center fielder, leads it off for the Sooners as the first pitch is fouled back, and we are underway here at Plainsman Park.
A little bit of a yo-yo for Walk. He was lead off on Friday, hit 9th yesterday with a left-handed Marciano start, and then back to the top today against the right-handed Petrovic.
0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, and Walk is quickly behind, 0-2.
And Petrovic can do just that. He can run it up there, up and in is his favorite location with the fastball at 94. Throws a great slider whenever he wants to, and he mixes the changeup. He is a legitimate 3-pitch guy.
So no balls and 2 strikes to the Oklahoma leadoff man, and this pitch hit him. That one got away from Alex Petrovic. Oklahoma will take it as they've got the game's leadoff base runner.
That's what he loves to do, is come up and in. Very effective. Just a little bit too close, and maybe, yep, just clip the sleeve, maybe. No argument from Chase Freilich, so I assume he heard more than
that's
anybody.
hard to see.
Yep. Had to hear that one because you can't see it real well.
So Trey Gamble to the plate, the Alpine, Utah native. Salt Lake Community College transfer.
These 2 guys back-to-back, Walk and Gamble, have 26 stolen bases combined, so they do run. They haven't run a lot this weekend, and Auburn has a way of kind of shutting things down. Their pitchers are quick to the plate, and Freilich just throws guys out, but Oklahoma can run, and they will.
Gamble 2 for 7 on the weekend here against Auburn, and ahead in the count, 2 balls and no strikes.
Petrovic, if he's had any wrinkles at all, it's been the first inning. He's had a little bit of issues over his start, not a lot. Last week it was 3 runs against a guy for Florida that was hitting home runs all weekend long, Sear. But he's had some first inning just wrinkles to iron out, so to speak, and Oklahoma would love to get on the board early if they can. Throw back over, and it sees Walk dive in safely. It's one thing Auburn's done a really good job of. They have thrown over a lot. They've thrown to second base a lot. The mindset is we're not going to let you run. You're going to have to earn it. You see Coach Johnson, he's the pitching guy. He calls signs in, got the walkie-talkie in his hands. And so he is having to decide when do we go and when do we not go.
Ball hit well to right field. McCrane ranging back on the warning track, puts it away for the first out.
JJ, we saw so much last night. We saw all three Auburn outfielders, including Mason McCrane, dive and catch a ball. We saw Branch up the middle, dive once, go up the middle and jump and throw twice. We saw Johnson at third get a ball back, and we saw Willits. We saw so much. I was running through my head last night just the defensive plays. I've never seen a game, ever, nor have I seen one guy, Kyle Branch, just dominate a game defensively.
And they needed it. I mean, this was a game that, despite only having 3 combined runs last night, there was plenty of foot traffic on the bases for both of these teams. So we see another throw over and a near pickoff that time from Petrovic.
Yeah, a little lean, and that's why teams have not run well against Auburn, because they do a really good job of mixing their holds and then picking. They have good feet. They have short arm strokes. The ball gets there quickly.
Sooners left 7 on base last night. Auburn left 9 base runners. So we can take a look at some of the stolen base numbers within the SEC. These teams are really good, except when they've been playing Auburn this year.
Says a lot for what Coach Tiefert and Coach Foxhall have done with these pitchers, to train them to be quick to the plate, mix with their picks, and throw strikes.
Dayton LaChance, a nice swing, but it's hit foul down the line, and it's 1-1.
And he's just hammering mistakes. He got one last night, hit it deep in the gap. He just has not missed breaking balls that are hanging, change-ups that have been hanging over the middle of the plate all weekend long. Surprising he only has 4 home runs, because he hits everything hard.
Well, and as we've shown throughout the weekend, the first 31 games of the season, there were 0 home runs for Dayton LaChance. And then the home run power came along. And LaChance has been a bat in the order that Oklahoma, it doesn't matter if he's playing first base or catching, the DH, they're going to find ways to get him in there.
Absolutely. You know, sometimes you can pick the first too much. Auburn's done a really good job of mixing when they pick.
Here comes a 1-1 pitch to the plate after another throw over.
See there, Petrovic held for about 4 seconds. So how do you hold runners? You mix. You don't let them time you. That's what they're trying to do. The first base coach has a stopwatch in his hand. Probably some guys in the dugout. Everybody's been scouted. You mix, you hold, but you have to make good pitches.
1-1 runs inside. 2 balls and a strike here to LaChance.
Petrovic's a big guy, and that was a changeup. And that was a 1.14 to the plate, which is probably too quick. He probably rushed that a little bit, letting walk, maybe get into his head a little bit and speed the rhythm up. He's got to make sure he keeps his rhythm.
2-1 pitch. Just missed. Ball 3. Much to the displeasure of this Auburn crowd.
We've seen a strike zone really for both sides. I thought Cameron Johnson threw some balls yesterday that were strikes over the plate, didn't get the call, and he continued to battle, but it's been a little bit of a floating strike zone this weekend.
Micah Holman is the home plate umpire today. Another throw over here from Petrovic.
And one last point on the picks. That's fatiguing. When you're a base runner and you're diving back on about every second or third pitch, it fatigues you. That's the Auburn goal. They won't do it to all 9 hitters. They wouldn't do it to LaChance. He's a power guy, not a runner, but they will do it to those runners.
3-1 pitch to the plate. That's inside. It's a walk.
I'm going to give that walk to Jason Walk. Jason Walk just is distracting, and I think that there were some pitches right there where Petrovic sped himself up and missed arm side, and so credit to Jason Walk and for LaChance and not trying to swing at pitches out of the zone. Just take what you're given.
Now it's the switch hitting shortstop, Jackson Willits, up to the plate.
Oklahoma would love some first inning trouble.
High in the zone. Ball 1.
Good timeout by Chase Fralick. Rare walk, then miss again.
Willits went 0 for 4 with a pair of strikeouts in yesterday's game, hitting .294 on the season. As we're seeing Petrovic out of the zone a bit here in the first. His last time out against Florida, it was a tricky first inning. And then I tell you what, he really found a rhythm in innings 2 through 7.
And it was command issues. And I think is it Brandon or Blake Sear for Florida who killed everybody that weekend. He had a home run after a walk, a couple of down counts. But then I watched that game. I was laying around the couch on Sunday and watched that game. He took total control after that.
So this one's low in the zone. 2 balls and a strike.
There
no
have been
strikes.
pitchers, JJ, over the years, most notably for me, it's Tom Glavine, my generation. Man, he just had a hard time with the first inning. The Hall of Fame pitcher, but had a rough time with the first inning.
Petrovic steps off and throws back.
Glavine even went to a kind of a routine of where he would go throw more in the bullpen and actually try to simulate an inning to try to get him mentally to the second inning. I don't know how well it worked, but it's pretty prominent for him for a little bit.
2-0 pitch. A called strike. It's 2-1.
Good pickup there for Auburn. I thought that was one of the worst pitches of the inning, and they got a strike called.
Petrovic will step off again and toss back.
The scouting report, when Auburn sits in their reports, they are talking about Walk and Johnson and Gamble not beating them on the base pass. Brendan Brock, 4 guys with double digits.
Yeah, the Oklahoma team can fly as Willits punches this one out shallow left field. It's down for a hit. Walk will easily score, and here in the first inning, Sooners are on the board.
Well, and good for Jackson Willits. He has not had a great weekend, but a big swing there. Got jammed, but he's a strong kid, good build, and just fisted it right over Guevara's head.
You see this one land in shallow left field. And the Sooners have the lead.
And those are the kind of things that happen when you bounce around with your command. Those are the kind of crazy kind of seeing eyeballs that happen when you don't have good control.
Camden Johnson to the plate.
He's had a really good weekend defensively, has Camden Johnson. He's hit some balls hard, not a lot of hits to show for it. But he's had a very solid weekend.
1-0 pitch. In there for a strike.
It's the best slider of the inning so far. Good one there and a 1-0 count. This is a dangerous situation. When you don't have great command, you fall behind, you throw it over the plate, somebody hits it out. You're down by 4 right off the bat.
1-1. Hit down the right field line. Fair ball. This will plate another run for the Sooners. 2-0 Oklahoma on the RBI double from Camden Johnson.
Good for Oklahoma. Get off the bus, get your body loose, come out and score 2 runs in the first inning. That's exactly what you want to do on Sunday afternoon. Got a hanging breaking ball in the middle.
First baseman Ethan Bingaman tried to leap.
And not what you want to see if you're Auburn, the bullpen heading down the first inning, but you don't have a choice. There's ever a must, they're all must wins. But when you're talking about national seeding potential, they're must wins. Auburn wants to get to 12. I think for me, JJ, the magic number is 15. 15 and 15, we talked about it before. That's the number you want to get to that probably guarantees Auburn a regional, maybe not a national seed, but it gets them in because of their RPI strength of schedule. So a win today gives them 12. It's big.
We see Everett Tiefert, the Auburn pitching coach, out to chat with Alex Petrovic. Because he's not out of danger. This is a Sooners team now with 2 runners in scoring position at second and third. Just 1 out.
I think Oklahoma heard me. I gave advantage Auburn because of Petrovic, and they said, we'll see about that.
So Brendan Brock will step up to the plate for the Sooners. He's in left field today after catching yesterday's game.
Really good runner. Do not be surprised if he doesn't drop a bunt. Guevara's back. Bingaman up on the grass at first. Wouldn't be shocked at all if he tried it.
Petrovic's got a first pitch strike. This ball hit to third, caught by Guevara. Nice play from the Auburn third baseman, and it keeps the runners put.
Yeah, if you're going to talk about game-changing defense, you talk about Kyle Branch first, and you talk about Guevara second, or maybe 1B. Big double play for him yesterday, a line drive like that yesterday, and then here's a bullet. If it gets through, it's 4-0. And he knocks it down, good feet, great play, saves his pitcher big time there.
So 2 down, and the number 7 batter in the order, Sooners right fielder Deshaun Harris up to the plate. Fouling off the first pitch.
And we have seen defense save games. Kyle Branch saved yesterday's game.
No doubt.
There wasn't a lot of offense on either team. There wasn't that big hit. Auburn got the big home run from Freilich, but it was the defense of number 6 at second base that just saved the day.
Fouled back once more from Harris. It's 0-2.
We'll see how this ball game goes, but that play right there by Guevara may save the day for Auburn.
Oh, 2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Petrovic's got the strikeout, but the Sooners plate 2 runs as we go to the bottom of the first. In Oklahoma in a series finale. It's the rubber match for these two teams. Sooners leading at 2-0 as Auburn will come to the plate now. We get a look at their starting lineup. McCrane, Guevara, and Freilich, the first 3 in the order. Chase Freilich already 2 homers on the weekend. 2
big ones. He has swung the bat really well, and the whole lineup was just shut down yesterday. Nothing against Auburn. They were the hottest offense maybe in the conference, and they were shut down by the Oklahoma pitching, so they need to get back on track today.
Yeah, Eric Guevara had a 17-game hitting streak snapped yesterday. Here's the starting pitcher for Oklahoma. So we get a look on the mound. Number 99 on the back of his jersey. It's freshman left-hander Cord Rager at 6'6" from Maypearl, Texas.
Yeah, number 99. It's not power stuff like we saw yesterday from Cameron Johnson, but you see, young guy, lots of pressure. This is a rubber match, a series-winning game today, and it's on his shoulders to throw strikes, let his offense work, and get outs and keep the pitch count down.
43 strikeouts across those 35 innings for Rager. And it's an Auburn team this season, and for now 11 seasons, that's been led by that man, Butch Thompson, with 4 super regional appearances under his watch.
And he knows the value. I don't think Butch ever gets too far ahead of anything, but he knows the value of this game today, as every SEC ball game. But he's ready to take this team to where they can really compete for a national championship, and I think it's a team that can. Today's a big step.
So Mason McCrane to lead it off for Auburn. He led off Friday night's game with a solo home run over the right field wall. That really set the tone for the orange and blue.
Has played great defense, picked the ball off the turf yesterday. Not a diving catch, but used all 6'7" to catch it, made a big throw. Was involved in that last at bat when he hit a bullet that Branch caught and threw him out at first.
Crane takes strike 1.
93 out of the hand of Cord Rager. So another big Texas, another Texan wearing the red of Oklahoma.
This pitch is in there for a strike as well. Quickly 0-2 to Mason McCrane. And a shift on now with 2 strikes for the Sooner defense.
I said it wasn't the same power as Cameron Johnson, but that was 95. This is some of the better arms we've seen from Oklahoma. Auburn saw nothing under 94 yesterday, saw as high as 98. from Johnson. So it was a power day from the Sooners, and starting off today with Rager.
Swing and a miss. Mason McCrane strikes out. First punch out of the day for Cord Rager.
Big breaking ball. Watch the vertical break. More of a slider. Now you see it, now you don't. The eyes see a strike. In the last 5 feet, that thing vanishes, and there's just no way to get to it. Great pitch.
Eric Guevara at the plate. This pitch is elevated.
Days like yesterday for Auburn offensively, they can put you in a little bit of a mess and then come out today and give up 2. All of a sudden, there's some momentum that goes Oklahoma's way, and they can really mess an offense up. When you get pitched like they did yesterday, it can take a day or 2 to get back on track. We need to get back on track today.
Yeah, it was Eric Guevara riding a 17-game hitting streak. You could see his numbers there for the series, 3 for 8. All 3 of those hits came on Friday as his 17-game hitting streak was snapped last night. The 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss.
That is a nasty late breaking ball at the back foot with a 1-strike count. I came to the ballpark today, JJ, kind of thinking, what will Kyle Branch do to, like, how do you do better?
Yeah.
What can you do? The 4 or 5 plays he made, how can you be better? Well, there's a chance.
Here's one to Kyle Branch off the heel. Eric Guevara rounding first. He's going into second, and he's there safely. Auburn's got a runner at second.
The hustle, the effort, the passion of Eric Guevara. Most guys take a single round the bag, not him. He's thinking double right now. You young ball players out there, every single, look at it, there was no thought of slowing down. If he gets thrown out, he gets thrown out. But when you go hard like that, you make it more times than you don't.
And on cue, Mark Fuller, you had a ball right to
Well, that's
Kyle
not
Branch.
on air now. He caught those balls. That ball was smoked. I would be really shocked. They've already given it a hit. It's a legitimate hit. It's not on air. That ball was smoked.
Freilich to the plate. And takes this one low and away. Yeah, so no error charged to Kyle Branch, and Eric Guevara is thinking, man, if only I could have done that last night and extended the hitting streak to 18. Out of the zone again. 2-0.
And Rager is feeling it. He may be a calm, cool bull out there, or Sooner, but I know inside his soul he's feeling it because he knows. He don't have to tell anybody how big these games are. So for this guy last year was pitching in high school baseball, probably dominating, and now he's in the SEC.
Yeah, an Auburn offense that's really turned the corner the last 2 weeks.
He's on the road. He's in front of 4,000 or 5,000. They're loud. And as Coach Johnson said on day 1 of our interview, welcome to the SEC. Why else would you not want to come here?
Freilich 4 hits on the weekend. You could take a look at the Tigers in SEC play. Their first 9 conference games compared to what they've done over the last 11. They've more than doubled their runs per game, hitting near 300. And the wins are following suit, 7-4 over their last 11.
And the home runs, home runs happen because you have a good approach, not because you try to hit home runs. So one like Auburn, okay, we're going to start hitting home runs, but the approach, the hitter's approach, something with Gabe Gross in the batting cage, around the cage, whatever it was, the approach just got it right, and balls started flying out.
Full count here to Freilich. Called strike 3. Chase Freilich disagrees with home plate umpire Micah Holman. And Butch Thompson's out of the dugout as well. Butch Thompson's going to war for his catcher.
Yeah, there was a breaking ball that I thought was a strike. That was a fastball that was 4 inches off. Coach Thompson's got something for third base umpire, too. I think that's, hey, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to Micah Holman. But definitely a ball off the plate. The breaking ball 2 pitches before was much better, and Oklahoma kind of froze. Got a warning for Coach Thompson. You don't see it very much, do you?
No.
But that is very much more for his players, I think. Hey, guys, I'm in this thing. Are you? You're going to have a conversation with Micah Holman.
And now he's back out. Michael Holman's telling the Auburn head coach, don't come any closer. And now the crew chief of Era January is coming from behind second base. This is the third umpire in the sequence.
Yeah, they don't need
that
help.
Butch Thompson's
That's
talked
what's
to.
firing Coach Thompson up is he doesn't need help. And now what Coach has done is he's gotten his team and his fans into it. He knows when to stop. He made his point, and I think achieved what he wanted to achieve.
This crowd certainly into it. Oklahoma, look in their dugout. They're into it.
And, JJ, I could be totally wrong, but head coaches have a feel when the air is kind of flat with their team. And I think that was just a, hey, guys, I'm here. Are you?
Rembert fouls off the first pitch.
Sundays are hard. You've had 2 late nights. You don't get a lot of sleep as a player. You get in the bed and get up early. You're excited. So these Sunday games can be flat, and you've got to find a way to find some juice. And I think Coach Thompson just found it, or is trying to find it.
0-1. In there for a strike.
I was like 3 seconds away from saying, you know, Coach Johnson and Coach Thompson have been very calm and cool this weekend. A whole lot going on. All right, Coach Johnson, it's your turn.
Yeah, the buttons have been pressed for Auburn's head coach. Way outside, ball 1.
And really, I know the fans, they do have an impact. And they were a little flat. Sunday, you know, after church and a big lunch, kind of tired, and all of a sudden, they got into it. See if it pays off.
Rager to the plate. 2-2.
Guevara's a pretty good runner. You think a single, as deep as the outfield is, a single anywhere, probably score him.
2-2 is low, and the count's full.
Good takes by Chris Rembert. He's taking 2 off-speed pitches that were over the plate and down. Really good 2-strike pitches by Rager, just didn't bite.
Payoff pitch. And a foul ball from Rembert.
Oklahoma has used 7 pitchers in their 2 games. The Friday night guys are probably pretty good to come back. Yesterday, the big outing by Cameron Johnson was so good because it saved arms. But they'd like to get some depth out of Rager. I think 4 was kind of the hope for Coach Johnson today. Just give me 4 good innings, kiddo. Freshman on the road, that would be huge for them, especially with the lead.
3-2 pitch. Ball 4, a walk. Oklahoma thought that was strike 3.
Yeah, now it's Coach Johnson's turn. Pretty good pitch. I don't know. This thing right now is bouncing around. You tell me. Strike 3.
It's a good pitch.
Yep.
Auburn takes it, though. They've got runners at first and second.
And I am not and will never be a fan of the electronic umpire, ever. The human element is the way it should be. You don't get what you want all the time.
As this ball's hit to first, Taki handles it cleanly, and the inning is over. Auburn threatens for a moment, but Oklahoma's got the 2-0 lead after 1. came to a close. Oklahoma's got the 2-0 lead, but Auburn head coach Butch Thompson was still heated in the break. After the inning came to a close, he wanted to continue the conversation with the umpires.
You saw him say balls and strikes, and he's fired up. He is fired up. Javero January came over, and it became more of a discussion about whatever he didn't like. There was one pitch, no doubt, on Chase Frelick that he did not like, and that got him fired up and got a little water and cooled back down and walked back into the office for a couple seconds because they need him to stay in the game, and he's probably pretty close, you know, to leaving if he says any much more.
Yeah, it's still early. I mean, it's a long way to go in this ball game.
Way early.
Kyle Branch leads it off here for the Sooners.
Now, can Petrovic, after having a tough first inning last week in Gainesville, can he settle in? Had a tough, rough first inning here. Can he settle back in for Auburn and give what he gave last week? That was exceptional. We'll see what he does today.
As this one's hit foul once again. We take a look at what he's done in the first inning. His last 2 starts for Alex Petrovic. Florida last week, and then here today. Just first inning comparisons of the games.
Difference was a big home run last week. Didn't give it up, fortunately, for Auburn today, but see if he can settle back in. What is it? Something about the first inning or just going to be one of those days?
0-2 high.
The psychology of the mind of a pitcher is a thing that somebody should write a book about. I'm sure there probably is one. It's just there's no way to figure. You can spend every day with a pitcher and just to feel how his body feels. So many things go into it.
You saw there Kyle Branch is 0 for 8 at the plate this weekend.
And he's playing because he won the ball game with defense yesterday. I mean, he did. He won the ball game. Obviously, it was really good pitching, but he made 4 plays that saved the ball game, especially the very last one.
This ball hit on the ground to short. Brandon McCrane, smooth play, and it's out number 1. With Kyle Branch, though, he had an RBI. He's a hitter that hit 288 a season ago for Oklahoma, but yesterday it was the glove that helped him win the game, Mark.
And watch the last one. These were all unbelievable. The jump, hop against his body and had the arm strength to get it over there, not once, but twice. And then right here, watch the exchange. That was the most impressive thing. Not only from your knee, but the exchange, glove to hand to throw in about a third of a second.
Just really impressive stuff from Kyle Branch.
I think he impressed himself. Like, did I just do that? Gee.
Game on the line and able to come through. So it's first baseman Dayton Taki from Fort Worth, Texas. Had the day off yesterday, but he's starting at first once again. Same position that he played in Friday night's game. 0-1 to him.
And if you're hearing us continue to say from Texas, they've got 16 Texans. And if you're not an Oklahoma or Auburn fan, you go, wait a minute. Thought they hated each other at Texas. They do. It's a heated rivalry, football and basketball, baseball. But there's so many good players, and Oklahoma borders the state. They have to go over there and get them.
Just 3 players from the state of Oklahoma on the Sooners roster.
Oklahoma's probably similar to Alabama. Not a great depth of really good players. So what do? If you're Auburn, you go into Florida and Georgia. If you're Oklahoma, you go over into Texas, which is Florida and Georgia combined +2. So you go over there and get the players from your arch rival.
Dayton Taki at the plate right now is one of just 5 seniors on this Sooners baseball team. Mark, they have 17 juniors. I really haven't seen a class split quite like this. 17 juniors for this Oklahoma baseball team.
And a really good mix of transfer, JUCO, and high school players.
Out of the zone, and now the count's full. 5 seniors, 17 juniors, 8 sophomores, and 7 freshmen for the Sooners. A lot of experience in that dugout. Payoff pitch. Hit down the right field line into the corner. This could be extra bases for Dayton Taki. He's got a double here.
Left-handed hitter's pretty hard right now on Petrovic. Johnson hit a double the same exact spot last inning, and right there, Taki got a fastball up and smoked it down the line for a double. So 2 left-handed hitters and 2 doubles.
Into the corner. And a big turnaround first here for Taki.
I'm not going for a single. Yeah, I mean, I'm not settling for a single. If you think that way, young ball players, out of the box, I'm thinking double. You have time. The ball's in front of you. You can see it when it's coming in. You can stop. But that's what creates doubles when you think double out of the box, not just, hey, I got a hit, good for me.
The impressive part there, and we'll see it throughout the game, of how Auburn deploys their defense. Chris Rimbert was as far back out into right field that I think you will ever see a second baseman.
Yeah, the shift is deep, isn't it?
And the ball was still hit in a spot down the right field line where no one was, and you're able to get extra bases.
And the thing about it is if you don't play like that for Skip Johnson and Butch Thompson, you won't play. You just won't play. And that's the way you're going to play the game with these two programs, or you will not see the field.
1-1 on the way to walk is low.
Right now the command, we called Petrovic, or I called Petrovic a command freak, and right now the command has abandoned him. The changeup there missed. He's just grinding right now, and those are the days you have. When you grind, you just have to do just that. Keep on grinding. Changeup's missing high arm side every time, and a little frustration on his face because he knows it.
3-1 count now.
These are those days, JJ, where you ask yourself, okay, what's working? And you kind of just go with that for a little bit if you have to, and just try to get outs.
Runner at second for the Sooners. Ball forward to Jason Walk. So he was hit by a pitch his first time up today. This time he walks.
Opelika needs to take advantage of it. I don't see anybody hot. Yeah, I do. Somebody is throwing the bullpen. So that second visit, 2 innings, this may be it for Petrovic. We'll find out. I think Coach Tiefert sees what you and I see. Just not sharp there, a little flat.
So we can take a look inside the Auburn bullpen. A couple of arms getting loose. Kulik and Brewer.
Garrett Brewer has been a closer at times, a late reliever at times. Certainly none of the coaches wanted to have a reliever in this time of the game. But again, it's Sunday. Must wins around us. And we can't get too far behind.
So conversation on the mound. Pitching coach Everett Tiefert. Now Chase Fralick's got some words for his starting pitcher as well.
When you
How
don't
good
have
does this
your
feel
stuff,
for Oklahoma?
Yeah, no question. They're in a good seat. They got to take advantage of it. They have gotten some guys in over the weekend. Not a lot. Yesterday was 2 runs. But as a pitcher, you know. I mean, you just know when something doesn't feel quite right, not as sharp. And those are the days there's 2 choices. You can give in to that head on feel good, or you can just battle through it. This guy's a team captain as a sophomore. He's mentally tough. See if he can just get some outs in Oklahoma trying to get it going here a little bit. Put some runs on the board early.
A throwback to second, and Taki's in.
Have you noticed, JJ, throughout the 3 games that neither team has missed on that?
Yep.
The picks, the routine things, the pitcher's fielding, the PFPs, we've seen a lot of those for both teams. They've messed none of it up.
Foul ball towards first. Again, this is an Oklahoma team with good speed on the base paths.
Oklahoma trying to put that dagger in Auburn here early if they can. Long way to go, but a big hit, string together some big hits, and all of a sudden you got something going.
Another throwback.
I don't think Taki's going anywhere. He has no stolen bases. You know, not a great runner, good power. So again, if you're Auburn, you feel like this grind with Petrovic, I'm gonna focus right on the hitter, especially with a chance on deck.
Out of the zone, ball 1. It's been fun to watch Jason Walk over there at first base too, because you're like, you know, Taki probably not going anywhere. Jason Walk wants to go. He's got the speed, and he's almost got like a track start position,
doesn't he? Sure does.
You don't see that often on the base pass. Throw to the plate. 2-1.
Well, what you'll see Walk do, you're right on that. Sprinter's position, he'll turn his body back on the pitch so they don't back pick him. Because I guarantee you Trace Fralick is watching.
I don't see things like this too often.
But watch him turn, though. As soon as Petrovic picks his leg up, he'll get back into a position where he can get back if he needs to.
There's a swing and a miss, 2-2.
So he's not taking a secondary. Excuse me, JJ. He's not taking a, watch him get out there. So he's not taking a secondary. He's going to turn and then hop for momentum and be ready to go. Just to get his feet set.
Could see him there. Got a full count now. But
That's what
Auburn
he's been
not
taught.
holding him on, and
No.
knowing the speed that he's got, he's just looking ahead.
Yeah, in a single, anywhere in the gaps, he'll score because he's going to get a running start. He's out there at about 13 or 14 feet now in the lead. So any ball hits somewhere except right at the outfielders, he'll score.
3-2. Down on strikes. Petrovic with a much-needed strikeout.
Man, that's just huge for Petrovic and Auburn because it wasn't a strike. It was a ball out of the zone. It's going to be ball 4 now with a chance. Watch where this pitch is. That's ball 4, but it's a fastball up. And it would have brought this guy up with the bases loaded. Now he's still there. LaChance can still do some damage. But could have been bases loaded, 1 out.
Dayton LaChance has had a big weekend. Fouls this one back.
And I think he swung at the first pitch if it's a strike every time we've seen him now in about 10, 12 at bats. Going to turn it loose. We talked about this yesterday. He has not missed off-speed pitches hanging over the middle of the plate. So Petrovic's got to be careful because he's hung some balls here. A couple base hits from the lefties that were hanging over the middle. And this one right here would be a dangerous hang.
LaChance has had an RBI in 6 straight games. Pitch low, 1-1.
Wouldn't shock me a bit if Petrovic can get out of this if he's not out of the game after this, just based on what we're seeing. Kind of the body language, the rhythm, the feel, just for him right now is not there.
1-1. Fouled.
All right. Battle between 2 big guys here. LaChance has been pretty good with 2 strikes.
Petrovic's a strike away from getting out of the inning.
If you're going to ask about his strength, Petrovic, it's the fastball up right here.
Another foul ball.
Yeah, good job by LaChance. That was it. That was the pitch that Frelick wanted, and great
Kinda jammed
job
him
by LaChance. He did, and he ruined it. LaChance just ruined a good pitch, which is classic 2-strike hitting. Pitcher makes a quality pitch, you ruin it, because eventually that pitcher's going to make a mistake. See if he does right here.
Mark, we're in the 2nd inning, and it's about to be the 50th pitch from Alex Petrovic.
One of those days.
Here comes pitch number 50 from Auburn's number 43, Alex Petrovic. Low in the zone, throw back to second, and Taki is out.
How about Chase Frelick? A dirt ball, 2 steps to the third base bag, and Chase Frelick throws a rocket.
So we get a throw back to second. Take a look. Big time throw from the Auburn catcher to get the out at second. On to the bottom of the 2nd inning. Dayton Taki slow walking off the field just a moment ago for the Oklahoma Sooners, tended to there by their training staff after he was just picked off at second base to end the inning. Really strong throw from Auburn catcher Chase Fralick.
The reaction by Fralick, you see right there, Taki take three steps too many, can't get back, and then just kind of rolled in there on his shoulder. He has stayed in the game, so fortunately for Oklahoma, no major issues, but that's a big play. I mean, that got Petrovic off the hook with their best hitter up, LaChance. So a big play by Chase Fralick to block it, pick it up, and make a great throw.
Yeah, we saw Dayton Taki. He walked back into the dugout. He was handed some cups of water, and then he's going to stay in. And now Oklahoma head coach Skip Johnson already went out and had a conversation with Javero January in between innings. Now he's talking with home plate umpire Michael Holman. These head coaches are getting their money worth at the umpires.
Yeah, and I don't know what that would be about. I mean, it was just a mistake by the base runner, Taki, but something he wanted to talk about. Big break for Auburn. Big break for Auburn with Petrovic floundering a little bit with his command.
So Auburn bats.
I don't
6,
think
7, and 8 batters
I
up.
don't think Taki can do it, JJ. They're going to take him out. His shoulder's just not going to allow him to do it, unfortunately. And he's hurt because he wants to stay in. You can see it in his face. He wanted to stay in the ball game.
Freshman Connor Larkin is into the game over there at first. He's from Cherry Hills Village, Colorado.
Watching Taki walk into the dugout, just discouragement all over his face because he's just not going to be able to go.
So a new first baseman for the Sooners.
Larkin only has 16 at bats, so not a lot of time for him, and he's in a big situation here.
Bub Terrell leads it off for Auburn. And Terrell ambushes the first pitch. Forget about it. Over the batter's eye. Bub Terrell with a home run straight away center field.
My friend, you used a word right there. You said ambushed. He got a 92-mile-an-hour fastball, and he was sitting on it and absolutely obliterated it over the batter's eye. That's 400 plus with exit velocity all over it and a big swing for Auburn. Right after a huge defensive play and a base running mistake by Oklahoma.
428 the distance for Bub Terrell. Hidden coaches will show you this swing over and over again.
Absolutely.
What a play there from Bub Terrell.
And things are going so fast, we didn't even have a chance to show it to you. We'll get to it, but next batter's up.
Here's Brandon McCrane. Hard hit ball up the middle.
There he goes again.
Branch, great play.
Stop it.
We got too many highlights to catch up on here.
Yeah.
Wow. Here's the home run first from Bub Terrell. Here it is.
Look at where the pitch is. Up in his eyes at 92, and just a bad place to miss on that young man. His 10th of the year, team leading, double digits. I think he can hit 20. He's got another year to go here at Auburn before he looks at the draft, but a big swing there.
Now with one down, Eddie Madrigal at the plate.
I'm going to walk down to the field when the game's over and get Kyle Branch's autograph. I am just going. He is a defensive magician.
He's fun to watch.
Hey, and good for. Let's talk a little bit about Rager. But watch his play here. Here's why I want his autograph. It's the third one in a row where he's had to go against his body, jump and throw with the arm strength, and not miss the target.
Yeah. And it's a new target. I mean, Connor Larkin just came into the game at first.
Yeah. And credit Cord Rager for coming right back and getting it out and then throwing strikes to Madrigal and striking him out. So good for him. Freshman on the road, big home run, big cheer crowd. He didn't get lost in the moment. He came right back and got 2 outs on 4 pitches.
Madrigal strikes out. And the number 9 batter in the order, Bristol Carter, up to bat.
That's what you love to see from your young guys. They just don't panic. They stay in the moment. Okay, here's what it is. Guy hits one out. I'm just fine.
Here's Bristol Carter.
I tell young pitchers all the time, hey, you want to pitch? Yes, sir. Are you sure? Yes, sir. Why? Well, because I love pitching. Well, let me promise you something. Something bad is going to happen every time you walk out there. Can you handle that?
To third. Camden Johnson, strong throw. And the inning is over. Auburn, though, is on the scoreboard. Auburn's second hit of the ball game was a blast. It's a bub blast as Auburn trails 2-1 going to the third. Oklahoma's got a 2-1 lead over Auburn in the top of the third inning. It's the final game of this weekend series, and it's up for grabs. Auburn won Friday night by a score of 6-4. Sooners bounced back with a 2-1 win last night, which is the exact same score as we see right now. LaChance, Willits, Johnson, the three batters due up for the Sooners here in the third.
And JJ, let's go back to the second inning. LaChance is on deck. Gambles up. He swings at a ball for strike three, and then you get thrown out at second base on the dirt ball, and LaChance doesn't get a chance to hit. And he goes and pops that ball up, but giving him a chance to hit with guys on base is what they want. He didn't get that chance.
Rimbert puts it away for the first out.
Winning in this league is about missed opportunities or taking advantage of opportunities. And right now, Oklahoma 0-1 for taking advantage of opportunities.
Here's Jackson Willits and an RBI single already today. His dad, Reggie Willits, is the associate head coach for Oklahoma baseball over there in the Sooners dugout.
You'd be hard-pressed to find a better middle of the infield than you would with this guy and out there with Kyle Branch. Those two guys are elite. Came in fielding 986 as a team, 980 as a team. They're both fielding over 990, which is unheard of.
And there for a strike.
Willis got 2 errors on the year. 92 attempts with his defense. Hitting around 300.
On 1, and it's fouled back. That second error of the season for Willits actually came yesterday. Had a throwing error. 1-2. Popped up in the air, out towards left field. Auburn shortstop Brandon McCrane in shallow left, calling people out.
And here's the question that gets asked every baseball season. Why are the glasses on his hat? Yeah. The sun's out. It's bright. You see a good look there. They've got some good-looking glasses. He made the play. No problem. But when you're on defense in a day game and the sun's out, why are the glasses up on your hat? I don't know the answer. I'm asking, JJ. If you got an answer, help me out.
It's got to be a style choice of his.
Pitchers don't wear glasses, so I never got to wear them. Maybe I'm just envious. I want to wear and have some style. I have no style.
Everywhere you go, you're known to have your shades, though.
No, that's for sure. Good for Petrovic. Not quite as sharp as we've seen him, but he's grinded out 2 outs right here in the third inning. He can just grind out some innings for this Auburn team. That will help so much.
Swing and a miss. It's 1-1. Auburn has calmed the services in their bullpen right now.
Yeah, and that's what you want to do. And you Coach Tieford wants these guys to know that he's got their back. You don't want to yank pitchers out too quick. You want to build some trust, leave them out there. And so he's earned that. He's earned it over 10 starts. Making some pitches now. The changeup's better. It can just click. Can you describe it? Nope. But it can just click. I got a piece of Freilich.
Yeah, Freilich wore that one and Auburn's training staff out. Where'd this one get him?
It bounced up under the throat. Oh, those are
man.
the worst. Yeah, those are the absolute worst. They hit the ground, come right up. There's about a 3-inch gap between the mask and the chest protector, and it just finds a way time to time.
Freilich in some pain. Man.
Oof. Oh, right on the Adam's apple. And I've seen catchers just lose their breath for a few seconds. It just stuns you. So good. He's okay. Back in there. Oklahoma's already lost Dayton Taki to an injury. And it's been a rough week. I mean, it's been balls off the shins and guys getting hit. It's been a rough weekend. These guys will have to recover on the ride home then tomorrow.
Out of the zone. It's 2-2.
Good breaking ball. Good job by Johnson to foul it off. That's one of the biggest, I think, impacts that Everett Tiefert has brought to this Auburn team. JJ is learning to trust their pitchers. Like, leave them out there. Let them work through adversity and deal with it. Over the years, it's been a little bit of an in and out with the other pitching coaches, but I think he's brought a calmness and a trust factor for these guys, and I think they all appreciate it. Good pitch, good inning.
Strike 3, swing and a miss. Camden Johnson retired. Sooners go down in order as we go to the bottom of the third. Inning here today between Oklahoma and Auburn. The Sooners have a 2-1 lead over the Tigers. They were able to even this 3-game series yesterday with a 2-1 win. Cameron Johnson was brilliant on the mound, Mark.
He was, Cam. Talk a little bit about your outing. We talked last night post-game, but a little more today about how you felt, what you did, and what worked so well for you.
Yeah, I think just having confidence in my catcher, Brock did an outstanding job behind the disc, giving me a really good target. Like I said, just having to go out there, like having a great defense behind me. Kyle made some spectacular plays out there. Well, it's obviously, it gave me a lot of confidence, and it was awesome. So, I mean, it was a good team effort all around, but everything was working well. Body, everything was working.
As you get ready for your next start next weekend, what was today like? How do you start to rebuild now heading towards next Saturday or Friday or whenever the coaches throw you again?
Yeah, just kind of staying what the hell? Staying with my routine, Staying with my routine and just going day by day, going to the weight room and, just sticking to my routine. That's the biggest thing. And just make some tune-ups in my bullpen. So that's really about it.
On days you're not throwing, is there anything in particular that you're watching your other pitcher teammates do?
Yeah, I just kind of, I'm usually by Skip. So I'm just usually asking questions, like, what do you see here, what do you see there, and kind of just getting feedback and obviously brain picking and obviously trying to make my game better. But, obviously trying to get feedback. That was a great pitch by Cord right there. But you know, we all try to piggyback off each other, try to get information to make ourselves better.
Did you spend some time with Cord today, last night, about what you saw and what he, because y'all stuff is very similar. His fastball is blowing up today pretty good.
Yeah, we talked about how they take till they get a strike. They're a really aggressive team. They get behind, so I told him, hey, just pound the strike zone, just get ahead, and you know, everything else will take care of itself. So,
Cameron, what are your earliest memories playing baseball?
Travel ball is probably the best. Just making fun memories with players that I knew from high school, and just going out there and having fun. It's like a kid's game, so just going out there having fun and really just, like I said, having fun with the teammates, and that's what it's really all about.
Yeah, tell us about your journey specifically, because you're from Maryland, but then you go down to Florida to play at IMG Academy.
Yeah.
You're at LSU, and then here you are at Oklahoma. You've been all over the place with this game.
Yeah. Started at Bishop McNamara High School, first 3 years of high school, and then transferred to IMG, and IMG is pretty fun. Just wanted to get out there and go to some good quality high school baseball, and obviously that went really good. And went to LSU, and but I thought, you know, just to further my development, wanted to venture out, and I came here, and I really liked how Skip's always, you know, Skip's a really good coach, and we build relations on the field and off the field. So that's what's really joyful out of this whole process.
As we get to the final few weeks of this season, Cameron, what is this Oklahoma team capable of?
We're capable of a lot. We have a good group of guys. We create a lot of synergy in the dugout, and that's what makes us really dangerous. When we're going, and like I said, we're all together. It's a fun team to be around. But we just gotta keep hitting the gas pedal. So
we'll let you get locked back in. Thanks for the time today,
guys.
Cameron.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
That's Cameron Johnson, the Sooners' starting pitcher from last night, chatting with us here in the third. Eric Guevara at the plate here for Auburn.
And he's right. You know, this team can do a lot of things, and really starting with him, the way he threw the ball last night.
Here's a single from Eric Guevara.
I think it was the one question coming in. By the way, a bullet there by Guevara to get himself back on track after losing his hitting streak yesterday. But that was the one thing that jumped out yesterday was the arms that Oklahoma ran out behind him. The freshman, the brother, Xander came out there, and he was dominant. And then they closed it out with Leon, who was just unbelievable at 95 with breaking ball. So the arms, the breaking ball, the way he threw. Rager so far today throwing the ball well. There's a nucleus there on the mound to take them a long way. We know they're athletic. We know they play defense. We know they can run. And they're solid behind the plate. So a lot of assets for them down the road.
Freilich absolutely crushes this ball over the bullpen. Third home run of the weekend for Chase Freilich. I'm not sure that ball will land anytime soon. Wow.
It's the second time Bub Terrell did it last inning on a first pitch fastball. Chase Freilich, that ball was K-I-L-T. It was killed over the bullpen, over the stands, and out into the dorm out there in right field. Auburn takes the lead.
Holy cow.
Yeah, there's something there about the scouting report that they're looking to ambush fastballs. He may throw fastballs most of the time, and they have guessed right and hit him a long, long way.
106 miles per hour off the bat there from Chase Freilich. Pair of home runs for Auburn in today's game. They hit 3 of them on Friday.
And may be totally irrelevant, but there was a flat feeling until Coach Thompson got fired up. And ever since then, Petrovic had a good inning, 2 home runs by Terrell, now Freilich.
Hard hit ball from Rembert. Camden Johnson has it. That's the second out. Let's get some looks at that Chase Freilich home run. Watch and admire this one.
There was a pause in the crowd, like, is that too high? Too high? No, Chase Freilich said, no, it's not too high. It's way out of here, too high.
It was high, though.
Too high, too high.
That ball was cranked.
Absolute bomb. He is chasing Bub Terrell. Now, it's his 9th home run, so he and Bub may have a pizza bet on this, whoever hits the most home runs.
I mean, Freilich absolutely mashed that baseball. 7 of the 10 runs Auburn has scored this series have been via home runs.
Didn't
Freilich
think
has
we'd be
3
saying
of them.
that 3 weeks ago, did we?
No.
Got hit in the throat last inning on a foul ball in the dirt. And
Yeah, he
responds with
did.
that. But we did not think this Auburn team was maybe third to last in the league in home runs hit. We showed a graphic a few weeks back. Now all of a sudden they've hit, I think, 19 or 20 in the last few games. We had a stat on that too. They've been hitting it out of the park at a high level. And boy, it sure is nice. It sure is nice for a pitching staff when you can do that. When you're having to rely on singles and base hits to win games, it's pressure. Home runs are nice, and Coach Johnson coming out for a conversation.
Here's the head coach, Skip Johnson, coming out to chat. As this Auburn team, the long ball has really ramped things up. They've been impressive with their home run swings as of late. Look at this surge that the Tigers have had. 20 in the last 9 games compared to the previous 19 games, only 14 homers.
It's amazing, and it's been a combination of not just 2 guys. It hasn't just been Frelick and Terrell, although they've hit their share. Guevara's hit some out, Madrigal hit one out, so it's been a combination of a handful of guys. Just off they went.
Mason McCrane had several in Florida, and he had one on Friday night in this series. This is Bingaman.
But the thing to stress,
Bingaman's got 5 homers this year.
JJ, the thing to stress is they didn't just try to start hitting home runs. The approach, something about the approach. Maybe Gabe Gross tweaked something in their thinking. It's the approach that didn't change, but the balls just start flying out.
Bingaman hits this ball well. That's way back. That's gone. It's turning into a home run party at Plainsman Park.
Fastball down and in. And Ethan Bingaman, who's been just so good everywhere, defensively, offensively, does it again for the Tigers.
6th home run of the season for Bingaman. 3rd of the game today for the Auburn Tigers. And they now have a 4-2 lead. That one went 419 feet.
You know, it can be as simple as Gabe Gross saying, hey, guys, relax. Quit trying to guard and cover. Just swing the bat early in the count. Something that simple can just trigger a team, or whatever it was, man, it has worked to a high level.
Terrell fouls this one back. Look at this swing from Ethan Bingaman.
Watch where this pitch is. Now, we talked about down and in. That's exactly where it is, in a bad spot to miss. I was a veteran of that location. It doesn't go very well. Binghamton got all of it.
Inside to Bub Terrell. It's 1-1. Bub Terrell hit a solo home run his last time up in the 2nd inning to get the offense started for Auburn. And now 8 of their 11 runs scored this weekend have been via the home run. Bub Terrell with the swing. Hard hit ball down the line and foul.
Hitting is contagious. You see it in the dugout, on the baselines. These guys are feeling it, and they're loose. And that's probably the biggest difference is just free your mind up, try to get a pitch in a good zone early, and turn it loose.
So a ball and 2 strikes to Bub Terrell. Hard hit ball, foul. 2 homers already this inning for Auburn. A 2-run tank from Chase Frelick. And then a Bingaman blast.
It's only the 3rd inning. So for Cord Rager, just get it out right here. Stop the bleeding right now. The offense has been swinging the bat. Coach Thompson has got something else going there too.
Looked like right there he was policing his
Might
dugout.
Might have been.
As Bub Terrell fouls it back.
Back to Cord Rager. It's just in his mindset. It's not even damage control. The score's 4-2. It's early. He's fine. He's given up some home runs. It's the hardest part is to not think of the worst case and try to stay in the moment and just get an out.
Outside, 2-2. Good take from Bub.
Love to see Rager throw that good breaking ball right here. 2-2 count, transitional. You don't want to go to 3-2. See if he can throw his breaking ball down and away.
Foul tipped by Bub Terrell. Dayton LaChance behind the plate is wearing it.
Yeah, the catchers this series. Holy cow.
He is in some pain, and the training staff's going to come out and tend to him.
Inside part of the knee.
Yeah, LaChance is in some pain.
It's been worse than an SEC football game for all of them.
I'll see if LaChance, not sure if they want to toss him a few and see how he handles it or what, but
he's telling the athletic trainer, man, get away from me. Leave me alone.
give me some space. I'm working through things.
I'm fine. All right, he's okay. Oklahoma already has one player down today. They don't need to lose anybody else, especially that one.
So 2 balls and 2 strikes here to Bub. Up high, and it's a full count.
Yeah, and Rager tried it. That was the right pitch. Threw the breaking ball, just left it high. So when you hear the term transitional count 2-2, meaning we really want to get an out. The offense wants to get a ball or a base hit, and now it goes the offense's favor on 3-2. Got to come across the plate now.
Payoff pitch. And a foul ball here from Bub.
I've seen Bub Terrell grow not a high draft pick, but passed a good offer up. Went low in the draft out of high school from Thompson up there in Alabaster, Alabama, around Birmingham. He went low, JJ, but they offered him a lot of money, did the Blue Jays. And I've just seen him kind of evolve into an athlete that swings the bat into a hitter. Like right now, he's fouling balls off. He's under control. He goes the other way. He's becoming a really good hitter.
Bub Terrell hits this ball high and deep right field. It'll clank off the base of the wall. Bub Terrell thinking extra bases. He dives in and he's got a double.
Just an A++ quality at bat. Fouling off good pitches, not chasing pitches, and then like we talked about, 3-2 count. Now if you're Cord Rager, you have to come across the plate. That's not what you want to have to do in the SEC, and he got him. Fastball in the middle.
Just a big swing, and look at Big Bub on the move.
If you have any doubt about how these guys have been trained, Oklahoma and Auburn, to run bases and to play hard and to push it, you're seeing it displayed every single time they swing the bat.
And if you had any doubt how much that guy loves this game, watch him dance.
Yeah. I watched some high school players in the last few months, JJ, and saw 3 or 4 of them get a hit and stop at the first base bag. And that's just not going to play. If you think you're going to play college baseball and you don't play like you've seen Guevara and Taki did it for Oklahoma, you're just not going to play at this level for these coaches if you don't play the game like this.
So this 3rd inning continues. Brandon McCrane up to the plate. Out of the zone for ball 1. One-0 pitch. Down in the zone. 2 balls and no strikes. Brandon McCrane 0 for 1 with the ground out today.
Just constant pressure from the Auburn team, but I'll say it one last time. I'm going back to Coach Thompson getting fired up. I think he was mad about something, but I also think he probably smelled this doesn't smell too good. It's a little flat here, and he did what he needed to do to get his team locked in.
This one bounces up to the plate. LaChance can't find it, and Bub Terrell's able to move up to 3rd.
Because ever since then, it's been a totally different ball game. Petrovic's got a good inning under his belt, the home runs. Crowd got into it.
LaChance just spiked that baseball, and the Auburn dugout didn't appreciate that. Some frustrations all across the board. .3-0, the count to Brandon McCrane. In there for a strike. We've had this home run surge from the Auburn Tigers as of late. Brandon McCrane leading this team in batting average, is still looking for his first on the season.
Something. Such a great year. It'll come. Just takes time. You got to develop it. A good walk there. That's where he is so good. Doesn't chase balls, doesn't strike out a lot for a young guy. Another good at bat for him.
So Auburn shortstop earns the walk. And now their DH, Eddie Madrigal, up to the plate.
You got a first and third situation for Oklahoma. You see LeChance step out. He's calling signs. He's telling everybody where he's going to throw the ball. Either will they throw it through to the bag? Will they cut it off if Kyle Branch comes across? Or will they throw to third? There's all kind of options. He just told the defense what Coach Johnson wants to do here.
So Madrigal at the plate. Takes ball one. Should McCrane run, Jackson Willits, the shortstop, much closer to that second base.
He is.
Back.
McCrane's got 13 stolen bases, and Bub Terrell runs well, as well.
Eddie swing and a miss.
Good pitch by McCord. He is exhausting himself with a pitch count, but he is just one pitch away from getting through this and keeping it 2 runs.
One. Madrigal, high fly ball out towards center field. Jason Walk is there to put it away and end the inning. But it was productive for Auburn. Head coach Butch Thompson fired up in this ball game, and his team has responded. Freilich and Bingaman with home run swings here in the 3rd inning. Top of the 4th inning, Auburn's got a 4-2 lead over Oklahoma after 3 home runs today from this Auburn offense. Freilich and Bingaman touched them all in the bottom of the 3rd. Now the Sooners' chance to respond as they will bring Brock, Harris, and Branch to the plate this inning.
And there'll be plenty of opportunity for them to respond. I don't think Petrovic is his best version of himself right now, so they're going to get some pitches to hit. Just be patient, wait for those pitches.
Brock lined out to 3rd in his first plate appearance today. Here's the strike.
There are days on the mound where you just have to grind. I had a conversation with Tim Hudson a few years ago. JJ pitched here at Auburn. I said, hey, out of 10 starts with the Braves, how many times do you feel great? And boy, he didn't even pause. Watch this pitch. He said, 3 times out of 10, you're not going to beat me. I was like, wow. I go, how about the other 7? He goes, I'm going to go 5 and 2. That's the mindset of a winner. A winner says, okay, if I don't feel great 7 out of 10 times, I'm going to win 5. I'm going to be an 8 and 2 pitcher. The other mindset is, oh, gosh, I don't feel good. I'm going to lose, and you're a 3 and 7 guy, you know, a 500 guy. Big walk there by Brock, who is a good runner.
Yeah, he's got 22 stolen bases on the year, so Auburn will have to be careful. What I was going to talk about is we had the big inning offensively for Auburn. This was fresh off after Oklahoma went down in order in the third. First time today, Alex Petrovic was able to do that, and then he had to sit for quite some time there in the third.
Sure did.
He got the run support, but at what cost? Harris pops this ball up high into the air, racing in. Carter, Auburn's center fielder, puts it away. And now Kyle Branch comes up to the plate, looking for his first hit of the weekend. But I tell you what, the defense has been phenomenal.
It's the throws across his body. That's one. Here comes the game-ending play, the exchange on the knee, the throw. And then today, he had another one come his way. And again, he has to field, jump, throw, and throw a strike. He's had 3 of those in 2 days.
Just great job all around.
Greg Norton is doing the radio for Oklahoma. He played there, played in the big leagues a long time, lives here in Auburn. And I saw him before the game. He said, I went down and shook his hand. Now think about that. A 13-year Major League vet walks in to shake your hand and say, I've never seen anybody play defense like that in one ball game.
Yeah, I mean, this Oklahoma program, it's got tons of big names that have been able to go on to have successful Major League careers. Nothing in one here to Kyle Branch with the runner at first. And another throw over.
Yeah, Auburn has not come off of its game plan or strategy to not let their runners get good jumps. And so far, through 2+ games, they have not run. Auburn has shut it down behind the plate and on the mound.
The throw-overs continue.
Puts doubt in your mind when you're a base runner and a guy has good feet and a quick delivery. It puts doubt in your mind on when I should go.
Here's a number for you. Oklahoma has produced 315 draft picks all time. That number ranks top 10 in all of college baseball. Like you said, one of their former big leaguers is in the radio booth this weekend.
Love to know how many of them are from the state of Texas.
Yeah. A line shot, McCrane puts it away. High throw back over to first that Bingham's able to snare.
Athletic play by Bingaman and by McCrane to catch that line drive, plant your feet, make a high throw, and for Bingaman to go get it, keep the runner there. Very athletic play. Nice to have a 6'2" shortstop standing out there.
And you know what we're thinking? Kyle Branch has got to be over there saying, what do I got to do to get a hit this weekend?
Yep. They gave him a taste of his own medicine there with a great defensive play.
Okay, here's Connor Larkin. He was a defensive replacement to begin the inning over at first. After Dayton Taki was injured on the base paths. So first plate appearance this entire weekend for Connor Larkin. Colorado native with 5 hits on the season.
Alex Petrovic is really, really close to getting one more out, getting through 4, and grinding his way. 72 pitches now already up on the board. So closing in on around 20 an inning. And it's hot. Today's really the first real hot day, and it's going to heat up between now and June, SEC tournament time, in more ways than one.
Mark, so many of these young freshmen in the SEC just want opportunities, and you hate that it comes at the expense of an injury, but I mean, you can't help but be excited about Connor Larkin in a spot like this.
Getting a shot. Next man up, unfortunately for Taki. Hope he's okay.
Larkin fouls it back.
High school baseball players in his part of the country, Cherry Hills out in Colorado, they really rely on summer ball because they just don't, the snow is not gone, probably, I guess, mid-April, right about now probably, before they can get on the field and start playing. So they really do have a in-depth summer ball schedule.
Runner takes off towards second, throw down in time. Chase Freilich catches another one. You can't steal on that guy. On to the bottom of the 4th. Chase Freilich just caught another one. Another man trying to steal the second base bag, and that's how the third inning came to a close. Take a look.
It's a combination of quick to the plate and electric location. He just dials it up, but as you and I talked about during the break, we think that he was safe, and I'm surprised Oklahoma, yeah, he's safe. Oklahoma never questioned it.
Freilich fired up.
Combination of the pitchers for Auburn getting the ball to the plate at a good time, and Freilich being just spot on with his throws. He throws dimes down to second base.
And that man right there is hard to catch stealing. I mean, prior to this inning, he was 22 for 23 in stolen base attempts.
Surprised he didn't question it, but he did, and now Oklahoma goes with a pitching change. They'll bring in Texas A&M transfer, Jason Bodden, with really, really good stuff. Lower arm slot with some sink, fastball around 95.
Yep, from Orange, Texas, 6'3", 15th appearance of the year, a 3.09 ERA. So Jason Bowden takes over on the mound.
And you might see the walks. Gosh, that's a lot of walks. Look at the hits. So giving up 10 hits. I can give up some walks when nobody gets a hit, and they ain't touching this guy.
So it's the 9-1 and 2 batters here in the fourth for Auburn.
132 opposing batting average against Bodden.
As this one's outside. 1 ball and no strikes.
It's a lower slot than we've been seeing. We've seen some high slot, four-seam power guys. Bodden probably sinking it a little more. The arm slot's a little lower. Slider there that he just kind of snatched. But regardless, it's power. Yeah, there's some sink. Late life, good pitch, not in the zone, I guess. Cameron Johnson transferred from LSU. Bowden transferred in from A&M.
Bowden has been out of the zone on 3 straight pitches. Here's a look into the dugout. The starting pitcher today, Cord Rager, the freshman. His line, 3 innings, 4 punch-outs, but gave up 4 earned runs on 6 hits. 3-0 pitch to Carter, and he walks.
Yeah, Bowden looks like he's sped up. Looks like he's a little bit of motion. Everything is real quick right now. None of those 4 pitches were anywhere close. He's got to take a deep breath. He's got a sinker slider. Got a chance to get a ground ball on any pitch he throws. So he's just real quick. Make mistakes against this Auburn team, as they have shown. They are hitting it out of the park at a high clip.
Throw back over, and he's safe. Mason McCrane, the leadoff batter for Auburn. He's got a home run this weekend.
The thing that jumps out from Bodden is a lot of effort. Just a lot of effort right now, and going as hard as he can. Hard to command it when you do that.
Bowden, throw over again, it's wild. Gets past the first baseman Larkin. Bristol Carter moves up 90 feet to second base.
And that just kind of fits. The word we use, or the hyphenated word, is sped up. He just kind of sped up right now and slung that one to first base and got away. And
again, it's a freshman third baseman over there for the Sooners as well.
And his catcher's not happy. LaChance just snapped that ball from the umpire. Look at him. He is like, hey, I don't need the head coach to come out here. And that's exactly the conversation right now from LaChance is slow down, make a pitch, let's go. Would not want somebody that big to come out there and look me in the eyes after getting hit in the knee last inning and having some pain and having a tough day behind the plate. We'll see if it worked.
Six straight out of the zone for Bowden.
Oklahoma bullpen is working. Can't imagine they would give him too long of a leash if he walks.
I mean, the series is up for grabs. Both of these teams have identical records, both overall and in the SEC. Finally a strike there from Bowden.
It's a really good arm. I mean, it's a really quick electric arm.
2-1 pitch. McCrane on the ground to second. Mason McCrane moves the runner over to third on the ground out.
Yeah, and you said it, JJ. Doesn't look like much. He got beat a little bit, but you're right. He moved a really good runner who can score a lot of different ways, and Bristol Carter over to third base. What is the baseball thing? I heard that taught years ago by a head coach. What is the baseball thing? Right there for Mason McCrane, the baseball thing was to make sure he left that box with a runner on third or across home plate, not at second base, and he did it.
So here's Eric Guevara. 2 for 2 day for the man who had his 17-game hitting streak snapped last night. Takes a strike.
Bristol Carter is a rabbit at third base, and right out of the corner of the pitcher's eye, as he's making his move to the plate, he will see Bristol Carter explode home. Yep, no question.
Ball one out of the zone. One. Swing and a miss.
Golly.
And LaChance is in some more pain.
Ugh. Same spot, I think. Man. A foul ball last inning right off the inside part of his knee, and I think that was very close to the same
give it up
exact
some time.
spot.
Dayton LaChance will stay in the game behind the plate. 4-2 the Auburn lead here in the fourth. Guevara with his third hit of the game. He'll drive in Bristol Carter. This is going to be extra bases for the Auburn third baseman. That's a ball player right there.
Just hits. He's a hitter. Hitters hit. If you have a long hitting streak where you're not hitting, you might not be a hitter. This guy, hanging breaking ball in the middle, something off speed, maybe a changeup. You see LaChance back there not happy about it. Missed the spot. Guevara hasn't missed a pitch the last 2 months. Drove in the 5th run to put Auburn up by 3. The good thing for Guevara, the first 2 years, he had pulled hamstrings. He couldn't stay healthy. This year, 43 games in now, he's been very healthy.
Throw back to second, Guevara's there. Auburn's already picked off a runner. They've caught somebody stealing. Oklahoma trying to do the same.
And that's why I think this Auburn team can make a really deep run, because they do everything well. Pick guys off, throw guys out from behind home plate. Put the ball in play. Mason McCrane rolling over a ground ball. No big deal. Yeah, it was. He got the runner over. They got him in. They are really doing a great job of just the baseball things, and they're really good. They're talented, top to bottom.
0-1 to Freilich. Inside 1-1. You mentioned it. Freilich has 9 home runs now. Eric Guevara has 9 home runs. Bub Terrell has 10 on the season.
And back home in the apartment, I'm sure there's some trash talk about who's going to win. Ugh.
And then a team like Georgia looks at this and says,
yeah,
that's cute.
Y'all got nothing. We got 7 guys with double digits. The catchers are having a rough day. That was a foul ball off the foot. He did that yesterday, too. That's 2 or 3 off of his shin foot. Series has been solid. 3 home runs.
That's not a rough series.
No, nothing rough about that except for the Oklahoma pitching staff. But he and LaChance have taken some balls off the bones.
Outside.
For Oklahoma to become that regional team we talked about pregame, it's got to start here. They got a great start yesterday, not a real good start on Friday, not a real good start today. So they're 1 for 3 on quality starts, and that's where it all starts.
Low and inside to Freilich. It's a full count.
In a regional, you got to win 3 games if you stay undefeated. In a super regional, you got to win 2 games. But you got to have good starting pitching to do that. And that's where they're going to have to find themselves the rest of today with the bullpen and the next 3 weekends, which is a very tough gauntlet for them as they get back home and play some good teams.
Payoff pitch. Hard hit ball, foul. Freilich's all over it. That was the right call.
Yeah, and I appreciate, you know what? Appreciate him doing that. That may be small, but I think the crowd was not real happy. But Chase Freilich saying, yeah, it's foul. It's okay. Give the umpire a break.
So here he goes again. Runner in scoring position, full count, and just 1 out. Another foul ball.
Going to look up in about 15 years, and I hope he has a long career, but you're going to see Chase Freilich as an SEC head coach or a major league head coach. Catchers just have that niche. They just know the game, but he's one of the rare ones that can he just knows the game. He has such a great feel for everything on the field. Oh.
And he wears this one on the foul ball.
Holy cow.
And the Oklahoma catcher, Dayton LaChance, these guys both know what they're going through. Putting their bodies on the line. What a beautiful day here on the Plains. Ball 4, Chase Freilich walks. And that'll bring up the second baseman, Chris Rembert.
It's a great at bat. Foul some balls off, take some good pitches, and now you bring up Rembert. And Auburn, we talked about Oklahoma having a chance maybe a couple innings back to put a dagger in Auburn and Alex Petrovic. Now Auburn with a chance. The way they've been hitting home runs, they've got a chance now with a big hit, a big home run, maybe stick a dagger on Oklahoma here early. Chris Rembert, as you mentioned earlier, the word ambush. He loves to do that early.
Takes a strike.
Good
Off
slider.
speed.
That's a good first pitch. He's sitting dead red fastball, and Bowden threw him a slider.
Nearly hit Chris Rembert as he spins out of the way. Twist and turn to get out of the way of that baseball.
We talked about Bowden being a little fast and sped up, and you would ask, well, how do you coach that? Some guys you can't. Some guys just emotionally, they're wound really tight, which is why he's a reliever.
Ball 2.
And you have to talk to them a lot about, hey, where's your internal monitor? Everybody has a monitor inside of every pitcher, and you got to be aware where you are. We heard yesterday Alvarez talking about Marciano, how he doesn't have a monitor. He's just calm and cool all the time.
To first, Larkin Fields throws to second for 1. That's all Oklahoma's going to be able to get. They get the lead runner. Tough play there for the freshman Connor Larkin.
Yep.
Defensively at first, and he's able to get the out at second.
Very smooth, and I want to brag on a coach, Carl Nunemaker at third base. Willits did the right thing. Willits spun to throw back to third, but Carl Nunemaker stopped Guevara. Had he let him make a big turn, Willits would have thrown back, he'd have been out. But Carl Nunemaker put the stop sign on knowing what was about to happen. That's really good coaching. Alertness on the field. We don't brag about the coaches often, but that was a big call right there by him because Willits was ready to throw it back over there and probably get Guevara out.
Freshman Bingaman at the plate.
Most of the time a third base coach, he takes all the blame. Somebody gets thrown out at home plate, but right there, if Auburn is able to get it hit here and score Guevara, that one's in the back pocket of Coach Nunemaker.
Bingaman hits this ball high and deep, right center field, back, goodbye! The freshman Ethan Bingaman has a 2-homer day. This time, it's a 3-run home run. And Auburn just adds to their lead.
He is working on a freshman All-American type year, is Ethan Bingaman. And he's doing it in grand style, and Auburn is hitting balls out of the park at a record pace.
It's Auburn's third 4-home run game of the season. First one, however, in SEC play. What an offensive explosion from the Tigers here in the game.
It looked like he got a little bit jammed. The bat didn't sound great, but it's just so strong. Watch this pitch. I don't know, hanging breaking ball in the middle. Probably not. Got the barrel to it. I'm losing my hearing because that ball was smoked.
What a swing.
Auburn seems to be a bit on fire offensively, JJ, at the moment, except for yesterday with the pitching we saw from Oklahoma. Man, they've come alive with the bats.
And Mark, it doesn't matter where you grow up, we're going to be able to find you, is the mindset of this Auburn coaching staff. You've been talking a lot about Carl Nunemaker, and he puts together the whole recruiting game plan.
He does.
So, you know, you're looking, where is Redlands, California? Well, it's where Ethan Bingaman's from.
That's right.
And this coaching staff finds a way to find you.
Yeah, they do. They do. And just want to go back one last time to the play where Carl Nunemaker stopped Guevara from making a big turn at third. That, we'll never know, but that could have saved the inning and a big hit, and maybe the dagger we've been talking about for Auburn if they can now hold it and put Oklahoma away.
What do you think of Carl Nunemaker as the associate head coach?
Well, he basically is a head coach. That's why it says associate. He could really do, Coach Thompson's allowed him to do his job. And, man, I've watched scrimmages, and he teaches and coaches everything. The little things that we've seen. We've talked about the picks at second base and have not gone errant. All the things we've seen, defensively, the catchers, he's in charge.
Because there could have been a costly double play
no question.
that would have ended the inning, and then it wouldn't have allowed Ethan Bingaman to hit the home run.
That's right.
Carl Nunemaker helped make sure that double play didn't happen. Talk us through it.
Willits knew he did not have a play. So right there you see they're going to beat the pitcher to the plate. Now watch Willits turn, spin right there. Look at Nunemaker. See him stop him? Willits turns. If Guevara makes a big turn like most guys do, it's a good throw from Willits. The inning's over and he's out. I love it. I love that part of baseball. That's the baseball guy right there at number 35. Frank Thomas's number.
Yeah, how about that? All right, new pitcher. Skip Johnson goes to the bullpen. Third pitcher of the day for the Sooners. This is Gavin Jones. Surprise, surprise, he's from Texas.
Yeah.
White Oak, Texas. The 6'1 left-handed junior taking over on the mound. As we get a look at Jones, number 18 on the back of his jersey. His numbers, this will be appearance number 16. 16 innings, 16 strikeouts.
And 11 walks. So, again, it's 8-2. It's only the fourth inning. There's lots of baseball to play outside of a run rule. They need him to throw strikes. And as of yet, Oklahoma has not done that out of the bullpen.
So Gavin Jones in to pitch. Bub Terrell up to the plate. Fouled back.
96. I've always said that University of Texas will bring the best arms in the entire league, or maybe Florida, because of those two states, the weather, the number of players. Oklahoma, you and I have called 4 or 5 series together. This is the best arms I've seen. Texas had some big ones now, but Oklahoma, of course, they're from Texas, but they're playing for the Sooners.
Low and away, 1-1.
Again, 96. We saw it yesterday from Cam Johnson,
Yeah.
94-97. Leon came in, 94-97.
And a lot of big bodies.
No question.
Bub Terrell pops this one up. Kyle Branch puts it away. And our fourth inning comes to a close. Auburn scores 4 in the fourth inning. They've up to 9 hits in the game. Ethan Bingaman has 2 of those hits and 2 home runs.
tournament all of college baseball.
Run straight for the breakaway.
Let's get to Hoover.
Baseball tournament less than a month away from Hoover, Alabama. It'll be special. Such a tightly contested conference baseball race as our standings entering today's competition. Auburn and Oklahoma both with 11-9 records, along with Florida and Ole Miss. It is so crowded throughout the league.
And I love getting to this. I love February when it starts, but I love getting to this time of year when we can start talking about the tournament and the regionals and the hosting. It's just a great time of year. We will show you, we have time, I think, to show you what these two teams have coming. What does Auburn have to do to put themselves into the national seed? We showed you before the game. They're number 12 right now, kind of predicted. They need to be number 8 to be a national seed, staying here all the way to Omaha. Oklahoma's right now projected a 2 seed, although today won't help if they lose this one. They got to win some baseball games, but they're on the doorstep of 2, maybe 1 if they can come back and win this game.
It's Connor Larkin at the plate. And he's ahead in the count, 3 balls and no strikes. There have been these long offensive innings for Auburn where Alex Petrovic has just been waiting in the dugout to come out and pitch.
He just sat for 35 minutes, and that's not cold, but still your body cools down, you get stiff, and so, yeah, it's hard. And this game's been nothing easy for him, from him kind of grinding it out. There's been some long innings, lots of runs. It's been a roller coaster for him emotionally just to make sure you stay ready. And Auburn has got the bullpen going just in case he's not able to be sharp.
3-1. Line to second, caught by Rembert. There's an out. Auburn trying to take the series here against Oklahoma. A win today would do that, and they jump a game ahead of the Sooners in the standings. Here's what's left. 3 top 15 opponents, 2 of them on the road. Texas A&M, Mississippi State, and then the final weekend of the regular season, they're at home here at Plainsman Park against number 5 Georgia.
And Georgia's just ridiculous. They are just ridiculous now. The way they're hitting balls out, the runs they're putting up. But, JJ, I'm still, even though Auburn has a chance with this win, they'll be 12-9, which is great. They're still in position. Maybe not. Maybe Georgia's not able to be caught. But they're in position to still win the conference. But 15, 16 is the number. We showed you percentages on our opening day Friday of wins you need to get to host. Auburn gets a win today. They're 1 more win closer to that 15-16 number, which gets you in as a host.
Here's Trey Gamble at the plate with Alex Petrovic, who's misfires on this one inside. Ball 1.
And if Oklahoma can't come back, no need to panic on the Sooner Nation because they're 11-10. They're right there. You have to get to 14, worst case 15, best case wins to assure that you are playing past the SEC tournament.
Gamble fouls it back. As we take a look at regional host chances in the SEC by conference wins. So 14 or fewer league wins, you got no shot. If you get more than 20, you're in a really good position.
And that's just a host. We're talking about just get in. If an SEC team gets in, look out, right? Okay, we got to go on the road, we'll do that. That's just a host. And I would say Auburn, with the number 1 strength of schedule and number 8 now RPI, if they get to 15, my opinion, which doesn't matter, that guy and his team, they're hosting. Do they host all the way? Maybe not, but they're hosting the first round.
1-2 pitch.
Great
on
inning.
the ground.
Great inning.
Rembert Fields tosses on to first, and that'll do it for the top of the 5th. On to the bottom half, Auburn's got an 8-2 lead. NCAA tournament projections from SEC teams. The probable hosts features Auburn, Georgia, Texas A&M, Texas, Florida, and Alabama. Locks to make it into the field. You've got the Mississippi schools, Tennessee, Oklahoma, Kentucky, and the Arkansas Razorbacks. And then a pair of schools need some help. We're talking about LSU and Tim Corbin's Vanderbilt Commodores, as longest active regional streaks looks like this in all of college baseball. Vanderbilt has made it 19 consecutive seasons, but currently they're barely in the top 70 RPI.
And they're fighting for their life right now. Them and Texas, they're 4-3 late in the game. They've split the series 1-1, so they are fighting for their lives. LSU, defending national champs, they are really on the outside looking in right now with just 6 wins and potentially getting swept today if they don't win by Mississippi State. So amazing what's going on in this league. But one thing we know is this Auburn team is going to be right in the middle of it. They are in the thick of it by the way they're playing.
The game has just gone final. Vanderbilt has lost once again today. Could be trouble there in Nashville. Auburn 25 regional appearances in their program history, 5 trips to the Super Regionals.
Gavin Jones came in, threw 2 good pitches, got out of the inning. Can he hold it right here and see if Oklahoma can get the bats going?
Brandon McCrane is batting here for Auburn, and he fouls this one into the Sooner dugout.
I tell you, got to give Chase Petrovic some love because he sat for a long time. He's kind of grinding things out. But like he did last week, there's 4 zeros now on that scoreboard. Last week it was 3 runs in the first against Florida, 2 runs today, and now 4 zeros in a row.
Yeah, Alex Petrovic. You combined the pitcher and catcher there. You hit us with the Chase Petrovic.
Golly. Old age is a terrible thing.
Alex Petrovic is pitching. Chase Freilich is catching. I just don't want you to mess up anybody's scorebook at home.
Might be my last season. I'll be in the lounge chair next year, JJ, just living out my days.
It's a ball and 2 strikes here to Brandon McCrane. Low in the zone. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
What a clown. Me. Myself.
You're one of my favorites, Mark Fuller, that's for sure.
Where does that come from?
Thanks for watching baseball with us today. J.J. Jackson and Mark Fuller here at Plainsman Park.
I promise I'm drinking water.
Series finale between Auburn and Oklahoma as McCrane is down on strikes. 1 down here in the 5th, and it's going to bring Eddie Madrigal up to the plate.
This is a guy that Auburn could love to get hot. Right now they're about 8.5. He's swinging the bat okay. Again, came back from a really bad knee injury, surgery on the ACL, and has about a month, maybe a little more under his belt. Had a couple big hits, hit a home run. They need him to solidify things 1 through 9 to get it going here down the stretch, and it'll be a tough lineup to deal with. It already is.
Madrigal takes a strike.
And it's in there now. He transferred in from Santa Clara. He's a transfer portal guy from California. It's in there. Hit 15 home runs last year.
Foul ball.
When you have to learn on the run, and what I mean by that is he didn't have a whole lot of fall ball because you see right there the numbers. This the DHs, and that's what he's been doing. He's done a good job. He's done better than anybody else in the Auburn bench. But when he had to learn on the run, he missed most of the fall. Didn't have a preseason, so he jumped right in the fire on a Tuesday evening and then went into the weekend series without much preseason buildup.
0-2 misses outside. It's 1-2. 15 hits on the year for Madrigal. 1 home run.
Choked up a little bit with 2 strikes. Shortened the swing.
Madrigal goes the other way.
It's a good swing. It's a good pitch at 96 down away, and he just ruined it. Tell you, every SEC fan should sneak out and watch their team in January. Sneak out and watch a Saturday scrimmage when there's no crowd and no fanfare, just the coaches coaching. It's an impressive thing to watch. I've never seen Oklahoma, but I know Skip Johnson, how he coaches. I promise you, those days are, you know what, JJ, the players, they beg for the season to start. They can't wait for the first real competition because the practices are so intense, so disciplined, so planned and focused, and then you get a product like this that we've seen this weekend.
Madrigal down on strikes. Back-to-back strikeouts from Gavin Jones to get this bottom of the fifth started. And Bristol Carter comes up to the plate.
Met his mom today. She was saying thank you for you and I and all of our broadcasting team when she can't get here, how much she appreciates ESPN and the app and being able to watch her son play. And got quite a handshake, too. I think she works out.
Carter hits this ball foul.
Speaking as a former parent, it is great to be able to watch every game. You can't get there. You got to work. You're traveling, whatever the case may be. We have, I'm sure, many families now, Oklahoma and Auburn, listening to us. And it's just been the beauty of the SEC network, ESPN growing and putting all these games on TV for the families and the fans.
Got a great crew behind the scenes. Helps make this possible each and every game day.
You and I just show up and sit,
That's
eat
right.
popcorn.
One-one.
This is going
On
to be
the
fun to watch.
ground. Willits, strong throw, and the inning's over. Auburn goes down in order for the first time today. We've played 5 innings. Top of the 6th inning, it's an 8-2 lead for Auburn over Oklahoma. Auburn beat the Sooners on Friday night before OU responded with a win yesterday. Auburn with over 6 runs today. You can see on the season, Tigers are 21-2. When they score more than 6, Oklahoma 20-1. Basically what we're saying, if these offenses get going, it is hard to beat them.
Yeah, they sure is. Because they pitch well late and they swing the bats. And so Auburn right now looking to build that, make it 22-2.
So Petrovic is going to keep pitching.
Credit him. He's battled through it, and he's into the 6th. Quality start for Alex Petrovic, not Chase Petrovic.
As we see Dayton LaChance foul this back.
He's gotten better and better. It was kind of hard to watch Petrovic for a couple of innings. Just the command, he looked lethargic, and he just settled in, and now he's getting back ahead in the count, throwing first pitch strikes.
Back to Petrovic. Gloves it, tosses on to first, and that's 1 out.
I don't know who's got to sit next to LaChance on the ride home, but he's just not happy the way things have gone, getting hit in the knee right there. You just see he's had a long, hard day, and the pitchers haven't made him real happy. And hopefully Oklahoma can battle and come back here, but if not, he won't be a guy to sit by on the way home.
Jackson Willits to the plate. Foul tips it back.
And you know what? I never had a problem with a catcher that got mad at me. If I was not doing my job and I had a catcher come out there, I'd rather have my catcher come out and jump on me than a coach. you know, your teammate, the guy you're with every day. Good
1-1
change-up.
here to Willits.
Just been
Oklahoma will
crisp.
be back in action on Tuesday, taking on Texas Tech. No midweek game for Auburn this week, as the Tigers will have final exams. Sooners are behind the Tigers 1 week academically. Here's a strike. It's 1-2.
And I talked to one of the coaches, and they are glad to not play this week. They have not had a week off. I don't believe they've had a non-conference midweek since February.
Oklahoma's like, we're 1 week away from final exams, and then we get a little bit of that break. Hit on the ground to short, and Brandon McCrane can't hold it cleanly. So there's a 1-out base runner for the Sooners.
And they had Willett shifted. McCrane was behind the bag. He was trying to get his body turned, just didn't get his glove in position. It was going to be a tough play because Willits can really run, left-handed hitter, but he tries to get turned, and I think it was probably going to be a no play anyway. It's going to be called an error because of the look of it, but tough play.
Yeah, officially scored an error against the Auburn shortstop.
And he doesn't make many.
Camden Johnson hits this one hard and foul. What in the world were you like trying to manage a final exam schedule in the baseball season going on?
I don't think I didn't go to class that much. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, as a pitcher, it's okay.
You're
right?
mad at me for bringing up the topic.
Thank
yeah.
you, JJ.
Why'd you bring up
on the
school?
Academic focus. Professors listening, going, yeah, I had that guy in class. I mean, for a pitcher, it's easier, right? Because you don't have to be there.
Yeah.
Tough play.
A base hit here for Camden Johnson. First and second with 1 out.
Auburn bullpen is ready. Brewer's still going down there, but I think Auburn would love to see if Petrovic can just give him 2 more outs. Get through the 6th inning. Be one heck of a day. But a 6-run lead can evaporate quickly, so Auburn is not going to sit on it.
So we see Garrett Brewer tossing and staying loose.
Michigan State transfer.
Fouled back.
I'll say this about the academic thing, JJ. You got to have discipline. So if you're a bit of a clown and don't want to go to class, you'll never make it. I mean, it's a grind. It's demanding. But if you have discipline and you're on top of your P's and Q's and you've kept your homework up, it's not a bad week. I mean, it's tough for the guys that are in engineering or the bigger programs, which I was not. But the discipline is the deal for whatever these guys are doing, because their life is demanded. I mean, it is weight room and time they eat and got to get to study hall and got to get to class in the field. It's just a demanding deal. Discipline's the key.
But with all of that, as you just mentioned, these universities and programs are good to have all of those resources that honestly some everyday students don't even have at their expense when trying to handle the academic portion.
Well, the SEC's elite. They have every resource they need. There's no reason for a student athlete to not get a degree in an SEC program.
He checked his swing, did Brendan Brock. Petrovic will make the toss on to first for the out. The base runners do move up.
Say that again. There's no reason for an SEC athlete in any sport not to get a degree because of the resources they've been given.
You're able to carry that for the rest of your life.
That's right. Pinch hitter? Possibly, yes. Nolan Stevens going to pitch hit.
Saw Stevens on Friday. And this is supposed to be Desan Harris due up. Nolan Stevens came in to pinch hit at the end of the game of Friday night's game.
Mississippi State transfer.
Flew
We've
out to
seen
center field.
LSU transfer. We've seen A&M transfer. We've seen Mississippi State. Oklahoma has had a good run of getting SEC transfers on their roster.
Here's a strike.
This is big here. It's only the 5th inning, so top of the 6th. So if Oklahoma can get a big hit, you got a good runner out there in Johnson at second. He'll score on a base hit somewhere left or right. It's a 4-run game, and there's a lot of baseball to go.
0-1.
That's going to do it.
Hit to center field. Carter puts it away. For a moment, it looked like that could have blooped in for a hit. But Auburn center fielder Bristol Carter makes the catch on the run. Tonight, the Rally Cap crew will break down SEC baseball and softball weekend with highlights, analysis, and interviews. They'll also get you set for the upcoming week with a look at the best matchups. Coverage begins at 6 Eastern, 5 Central on the SEC Network and ESPN app. One player in particular that Rally Cap's going to be highlighting this weekend is Auburn catcher Chase Fralick. I mean, what he has done at the plate, behind the plate catching, has been special. Here's his weekend highlights so far.
Home run oppo on Friday. Home run dead center on Saturday. And then home run left center, right center today. And all of them bombs.
Just an amazing weekend at the plate for Auburn catcher Chase Fralick, who we will see bat third this inning as we play on here in the bottom of the sixth.
If Rally Cap starts at 5 o'clock Central, I don't think we're going to make it. We're going to have to hurry. Sorry, guys. Can you wait for us?
There's been nothing quick about our pace of play today. So a fun game nonetheless.
It's a big situation there for Oklahoma to score 2 runs, and Bristol Carter took it away. I thought the ball was going to drop, and he saw to it that it did not drop.
Mason McCrane leading it off. Ball hit back in the mound. Gavin Jones slips, and McCrane fought against taking off towards second. Really tough play for the pitcher Gavin Jones to handle.
Yeah, he slipped. You can see the cleat marks in the grass. Just cleats got out from under him. I think it might have been a close play. McCrane runs well. He's going to plant, and then right out from under him it goes. And good coaching by Sonny DeShare. He says, go, go, go. Then he stops it. Come back, because the ball kicked off the wall. And imagine Kyle Branch being in position.
Yeah.
All weekend long for Kyle Branch.
Nolan Stevens, the right fielder, in there to back it up as well. There's Nolan Stevens. He stays in the game to play right field. That's where Deshaun Harris had been. Eric Guevara's got 3 hits today, looking for a 4th.
Do not want to overlook, it's a small thing, maybe it won't matter, but Kyle Branch ran 35 yards to back up a throw at first base. Who does that? I mean, who does that? Somebody that's been trained well. Somebody who plays the game right and plays the game hard.
Guevara, high fly ball, deep right field, out of here. A mile into the air and way out of the ballpark. Eric Guevara now has 10 home runs on the season and 4 hits today.
And I'm kind of astonished, JJ, it wasn't too long ago we were talking about how Auburn could hit a home run. And now they can't not hit a home run. That's 4 today, 2 for him. It's a 5 today. Bingham and 2, him 2, Terrell.
And Fralick.
And 6 today.
So 5 home runs, just 1 home run for
I'm so
Guevara.
rattled I can't get myself straight.
You've
It's been
got
a bunch.
me confused, and
It's been
that's
a
hard to
bunch.
do. Here's Fralick, Auburn
Man.
winning 10-2 in the 6th.
Eric Guevara continues to build an All-American resume for himself.
Oh, man. This pitch is in there for a strike. Let's get another look at this home run from Guevara. Look how high this thing went.
It's Oppo. It tells you how strong he is to hit a ball that way. That's 385. We've got the number up on top of the hitting facility. The other way.
As Fralick takes this one out of the zone. So, yeah, 5 home runs now for this Auburn Tigers team today. You're so complimentary of our crew and the graphics and things that they can make. We just need them to type out all the names
Everything
for you
me.
and
Yeah,
how many home
need
runs
some
have
help.
been there. 9 homers this series for Auburn.
It wasn't too long ago we showed a graphic how they were 3rd to last in the league in home runs hit.
Yeah, we
Maybe
can
the
update
Kentucky
those
series.
things.
Golly, I don't think we can keep up. I don't know if our graphic team is good enough to keep up with the rate these balls are flying out of the park.
Don't doubt them, especially with our producer Jake Mays leading charge. We'll have things up in short order, I'm sure.
Let me say this to you. If you're listening to us and you're a baseball player and somebody told you you're too small, Eric Guevara is 5'9" and has big league skills. Will he get there? A lot of things got to figure that out.
Back up the middle.
Willits.
The shift is on, and Jackson Willits retires Chase Fralick.
But I want to make that point. I hope you'll hear me. Somebody tells you you're too small, you tell them I'll show you. I promise you somewhere along the way, Eric Guevara on the streets of Panama City, Panama, might have been told by somebody. And here he is, and there you see the numbers there. Auburn climbing quickly in home runs.
Yeah, just to think they came into the weekend so close to Oklahoma in that stretch, and the numbers just continue to improve for Auburn. 52 homers now on the year.
This is what LSU did for years. LSU hit home runs at a high rate, and they won national championships. That's why I think all of a sudden now Auburn is very seriously in that picture because of what's happening with the bats. The pitching's been good all year. Defense been good all year, but the bats have exploded, and we got a pitching change for Oklahoma.
Yeah, new arm coming into the baseball game for the Oklahoma Sooners. So we step aside for a moment here in the bottom of the 6th. Two advantage for Auburn in the bottom of the 6th inning. Eric Guevara just hit a 2-run homer here to extend the Auburn lead to 8 runs, which asked Oklahoma to go to the bullpen. Nick Weslowski, the freshman from McKinney, Texas, 6'3", 219, into the game to pitch. A 3.48 ERA across 10 innings with 11 strikeouts. Here he is facing Chris Rembert.
Yep, I was going to say another big Texan. Another big body, another big arm. The first fastball is 94. You cannot pitch for this staff if you're under 93. They just too many big arms, good arms. The challenge is throwing strikes. Today, the walks and then allowing Auburn to have extra at-bats and then home runs with walks on base. That's been the difference today.
One pitch, low and away, 2-1. Rimbert. Foul ball. Chris Rimbert looking for his first hit of the ball game. Hits this ball high in the air towards right field, deep on the warning track. Nolan Stevens puts it away. Every ball's been hit deep by this Auburn offense.
Hard, explosive. We've seen doubles off the wall. We've seen home runs. Already 13 games with 10-plus runs, and that's, I mean, that's an SEC game.
Yeah.
And that's from a team that people were saying, hey, can they hit home runs? What's going on here? Nobody saying that now.
Yeah, 4th time in SEC play, 13th time for the season. Here's a 2-home run day for Ethan Bingaman, and he gets to add to it as he fouls this one back.
Talking the day before the game about him, he's a natural second baseman. So this is probably a guy, because your better players, they don't usually play first base. Now, there's great players playing first base in high school, but usually your better athletes at high school play the middle. This guy's played an All-American style first base all year long, picking balls in the dirt, making good plays on hard-hit balls. Just
He's also got pitching appearances this season. He's
an elite. He's a 95-plus guy off the mound, but haven't been able to use him this year because he's been so good with the bat and on defense.
1-1 the count to Bingaman. Again, already 2 home runs today, 4 RBIs. Swing and a miss on this one. It's 1-2.
Oklahoma will have a tough challenge. If they don't come back in this ball game, they'll get home late tonight. One day, tomorrow's an off day. Got to take Monday off, mandatory by the NCAA, and then they got to go play Texas Tech on Tuesday, which will be a great challenge for them.
Yeah, their former Big 12 friends. Bub Terrell waits on deck. Should Bingaman reach? 2-2 pitch. Hit foul down the first base line. Here's some home runs today from Ethan Bingaman. 3rd inning. Deep drive, left center field over War Eagle wall. And then again in the 4th. How about this swing from Ethan Bingaman? This time, right center field, same result.
Strong. So when you hit balls like that to the opposite field, the ball is deep and you are strong. See, well, let's go to work here.
That's a strong arm
really
right there
is.
from Willits, and that ends the inning. Auburn adds a pair on the Guevara home run. It's 10-2 after 6. The home runs this series. That's been the big story for this Auburn offense. 9 of them across the weekend here against Oklahoma. Several players with multiple home runs this weekend. And it has been a blast party for the Tigers. Chase Freilich, the leader of this Auburn team, with 3 of them himself. The offense has been brilliant over the course of the weekend.
Just amazing. Again, we've said it twice, but it's the approach. Something happened with Gabe Gross working in the minds of his hitters, challenging them on early in the count, pitches to swing at, and they didn't go change the players. They didn't go change the bats. Somebody changed the mindset a couple weeks back, and off they go.
So a new pitcher is coming into the game here for Auburn. As we take a look at Garrett Brewer, a left-handed pitcher standing on the mound here for the Auburn Tigers, taking over to begin the 7th. The Michigan native and a Michigan State transfer, here he is.
Yeah, and it's had some good outings, had a little up and down here and there, got some saves. You see right there, the hits are even, but overall, it's pretty good stuff. The fastball will get 92, 93. The breaking ball is pretty good as well. It was 1 or 2 outings where he got hit around to get the ERA up. Other than that, it's been a very solid season for him.
So Brewer takes over on the mound, and he's going to face the 8, 9, and 1 batters here for Oklahoma. Branch, Larkin, and Walk are the 3 batters due up for the Sooners. As Brewer throws a first pitch strike. Popped up, foul. It's 0-2. And just to think, after the top of the first inning today, it was a 2-0 Oklahoma lead.
And they were pretty much in control. They kind of had Petrovic on the ropes. I just continued to go back to Coach Thompson, sensing, get a little sniff, maybe things were kind of flat. And ever since then, it's been electric. It's been an explosion offensively. Petrovic settled in. As we talk about the scores, JJ, you mentioned that Texas already beat Vanderbilt. Texas A&M goes to Gainesville and wins 2, so they hold serve right there at the top of the league. Georgia won 2 yesterday. Actually, they won 2 out of 3 from Ole Miss, so they held. They got 14 wins. Mississippi State now. LSU's in jeopardy of being 6-15. They're getting beat right now in the 8th inning, 11-8. And
it's the reigning national champions.
The brutal nature of this league, where you can win a national championship one year and you can be out of things the next year.
Here's Branch going the other way. Kyle Branch has his first hit of the weekend. He's got a leadoff single here for the Sooners. It's been his defense making the plays all weekend long, and now he's able to add a hit to his weekend.
You get into the mind of like Coach Thompson. He's aware of what's going on at LSU. I mean, you go from the defending national champs now to potentially right now not even being in the postseason. And when you have these kind of teams, you have these kind of seasons, you'll lose some guys to the draft, some guys will transfer, may have some injuries. You have to enjoy the moment. You've got to ride it out. He knows this team's got a real shot based on all the aspects and principles of winning a national championship. And boy, you got to take advantage of it.
And there for a strike to Larkin. It's 1-1.
We've talked a lot about what's happened to the teams in the SEC who have won the national championship. What's happened the next year? A couple of them have had coaching changes within 24 months. They lost their head coach.
Fly ball, left field. Bub Terrell's got to play this one off the wall. Bub slips in left field, and we've got a double here for Larkin. Just his 6th hit of the season. This one goes for extra bases.
I think there was going to be a play because Terrell was in position and he slipped. We've seen 2 slips now. Oklahoma pitching slipped last time. And he was ready to make a throw. He's got a strong arm, played that ball well, and right there. And I don't know. I mean, it's not wet. We've had no rain like in 2 years in Alabama. So is it the spikes being too small? I don't know what caused. We've seen it twice the last 2 innings.
Here's Jason Walk. First inning of work for Garrett Brewer on the mound for Auburn as Walk swings through this one.
Balls over the middle have kind of been the hitch for Brewer. He's thrown balls over the middle of the plate too much in the last few outings, and those have cost him. Good change up there, and Walk did not bite. You can have a lot of fun with a guy last name Walk in the game of baseball, can't you? Like I would play Patsy Cline every time he walked. I go out walking right down the bell, have some fun with it.
2-1.
Patsy Cline fan?
Yeah, I didn't know that her name would be mentioned today, honestly. But
to mention her at least once a month.
2-1 out of the zone, and it's 3-1.
thing you see Brewer do is he does fall hard to third base. Good timeout here by Coach Tiefer. Doesn't finish pitches well. Maybe that's what's going to be said to him. He doesn't finish through balls, and he misses arms side high because of that.
So Everett Tiefert out to chat with Garrett Brewer, who's on in relief of Alex Petrovic, Auburn's starting pitcher today. And here's what Alex Petrovic was able to do throughout the course of today's game. Again, gave up those 2 runs in the top of the first and then kind of found his rhythm.
He grinded it. He grinded it out. Then he found it. He got into a rhythm, as you said, and started making pitches. It took 2 innings to do it, but he put up 5 zeros and is in position to get the win.
Yeah, 3 strikeouts, 3 walks, 2 earned runs, and 4 hits. As this is the leadoff batter, Jason Walk, who's 1 pitch out of the zone from walking to first and loading the bases. Fouled.
And it's why Petrovic is a team captain as a sophomore. Normally it's a junior or a senior who's been around, but they nominated the players, voted him team captain. Not sure when, back in the fall, probably in the fall, which means that was right after his freshman year. And what you saw today, the guts, the toughness, the lack of panic, that's why he's in that position.
Here's ball 4, bases loaded.
Okay, Sooners, come on. Never say die. Got to keep fighting. 1 big swing. You're back on track, and you're playing with some time to go.
It's just the top of the 7th inning. And the DH, Trey Gamble, will be the batter. Bases loaded. Nowhere to put him. And nobody out in the inning. Pitching coach Everett Tiefert out. And Auburn's going to make a pitching change. Ryan Hetzler is going to come into the game to throw for Auburn as he makes the trip in from the left field bullpen. Auburn's got an 8-run lead, but Oklahoma's threatening. Got bases loaded with no outs here in the 7th as Auburn makes the call to the bullpen for their junior right-hander from Corona, California, the 5'11", Ryan Hetzler, making his 13th appearance of the season.
And Auburn taking nothing for granted. Yes, the score is 10-2, but they know how quickly leads can evaporate, so they are running their top closer, late guy out there in the 7th inning.
First pitch here to Gamble, in there for a strike.
Hetzler's going to come right at you. He's a perfect mindset for a closer. Doesn't panic, doesn't get too high, but he comes right at you with 94 to 95 and an elite breaking ball.
Low in the zone here, 1-1. Gamble. Fly ball, center field. Bristol Carter makes the catch. He's going to toss it into third, and it's a sac fly. 10-3, our new score.
And Bristol Carter threw it to the right base. You try to go home there. No chance. Let him score. You're up by 8. And just don't give an extra base up to the Oklahoma offense.
So successful sacrifice fly for the first out. And Dayton LaChance will be the batter.
LaChance had a long day. He would love to do something big here.
As he swings at the first pitch, it's popped up in the air. Second baseman Chris Rimbert makes the catch. 2 outs. As Dayton LaChance has just had a tough day.
Got a breaking ball down and in, and you see the frustration. And that's what happens to guys who are warriors and leaders and don't like getting beat and got hit twice. Gotta love the passion for sure.
Willits at the plate. This misses the zone as well for ball 2.
2 sliders, missed outdoor, backdoor a little bit.
Two-0 pitch, fouled back.
Nine games to go. If Oklahoma doesn't close this gap, they'll leave here 11-10. They need to win 4. They need to go 4-5, which doesn't sound like much, but just need to get 4-5 and reassure good fastball up there that they get themselves into postseason play without having to go into the tournament to win. You don't want to go into the SEC tournament having to win a couple of games. You want to go into that tournament feeling really good about whatever happens in the tournament, you'll be playing the next week.
2-2 pitch. Outside, ball 3, and the count's full. Full count, runners at first and second, 2 outs in the inning. Auburn has a 10-3 lead over Oklahoma. Stays full on a foul ball.
Souvenir to go home with. Let me have that.
Yeah.
Ah, he gave it to him. That's big brother or buddy, but that's pretty nice. He just took it right out of his hand.
So here comes another full count offering and another foul ball.
Yeah, we're not going to make rally cap. We'll have to record.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Willits, fly ball, deep left field. Bub Terrell on the run, dives, and makes the play. What a catch for Bub Terrell. We lost him down there in the corner.
He didn't lose anything, though. Great play.
Take a look at Bub tracking this thing down. Holds on to it and sends us to the 7th inning stretch. diving catch in left field. He's going to lead it off here this inning for Auburn in the bottom of the 7th. Back in the 2nd inning, Bub had a pretty impressive swing himself as he was able to touch them all. A solo home run for Bub, his 10th of the season. So he'll be due up, and Oklahoma is making a call to the bullpen. Another new pitcher into the game to face Bub Terrell in this Auburn offense, as right-hander Jackson Cleveland, wearing jersey number 49, is taken over on the mound.
And has been somewhat of a closer. 6 saves, 22 strikeouts. So I'm not sure. We know yesterday that Caden Leon was really, really good. Came in and closed that game out. But just trying to get him some work. I'm sure they don't want to leave him sitting down there for a weekend without throwing.
So here's Jackson Cleveland facing Bub Terrell. Swings at the first pitch, and it's a foul ball.
So, AJ, we just had the 7th inning stretch. Do you know the history of the 7th inning stretch? Well, we have it.
I'd love for you to inform me.
Well, it's great. So I shared this with our elite play-by-play guy, Wiley Ballard, a few weeks ago. I thought I would share it with another one, you, today, and everybody else who cares to hear. It's really kind of interesting. I love things like the 7th inning stretch and the bullpen. How did those things come to be? Well, and it dates back to 1869, and people sat on wooden benches, I guess, with splinters in them. So every 7th inning, whatever the game looked like back then, they would stand up to get the splinters out and stretch. Well, a few years later, the president of the United States, watch this pitch, was a gentleman who you've probably heard of, William Howard Taft. In 1910, he came to a ball game.
Yes.
In the bottom of the 7th, he stood up to stretch, but the crowd thought he was leaving, so they all stood up in honor. And there you have it. There's the history of the 7th inning stretch.
How about that?
Yeah, worthless information.
That I'm glad to know. Fouled back, it stays 1 and 2. Did you say you're aware of the history of the bullpen as well?
Yeah. Any thoughts there?
As in, why is there a bullpen out there?
Why is it called the bullpen?
Oh, why is it called that?
Yeah,
okay.
I mean, why do you have a name like that?
First the 1-2 fouled back.
Bub Terrell continuing to battle. He's done it all weekend long.
I thought it was just the construct of it, because to me that just seemed simple. We want to be able to warm up pitchers who are about to come into the game.
Absolutely wrong.
But why is it called the bullpen?
Because back in the day, baseball players were also farmers. They had cows, and they would bring their cows. Foul ball there again by Bub. Don't mind us, Bub.
Game?
You just keep hitting 2 strikes, Bub. They would bring their cows. No, they were working, so they would leave the fields. True story. I'm not making this up, I promise. They'd bring their cows. There's some guys in the bullpen, maybe some cows, and they would tie them up in the area. And they would say, hey, John's rolled up to play the game, and his cows or his bull, whatever, is tied up in the pen. That's it. Serious.
Oh, ground ball to second, and Branch puts it away.
When a miss.
So, hey, warm up out there, and just my bull is also.
Tie your bull up, come play, and then go back to work.
Yeah.
That's what they did. That's why.
And then over time, they just said, we should probably warm up pitchers out there where the cows are.
Well, that's where the pitchers got warmed up.
Yeah.
So, yes.
Could you imagine in 2026?
Yes.
We just put some cows out in these bullpens. Let's start a trend. Bring that back to baseball. Brandon McCrane bats with the bases empty and takes strike 1.
All right. See, where were we?
10-3. Sooners trailing by 7. Two quick strikes. It's 0-2 to the Auburn shortstop.
Jackson Cleveland has great numbers. 3.42 ERA, 2-1, 6 saves, 23 innings with 22 strikeouts and only 7 walks. So he's been a mainstay for them across the first 43 games.
McCrane hits this ball foul down the line.
Going to be a really good player, is a really good player. The good news for Auburn is he's got at least 1 more year because he redshirted. He would be draft eligible at the end of, or at the summer of 2027. You know, I can see 10 more pounds on his frame. I can see him filling out and really being an elite guy for a lot of years once he gets in professional baseball.
He's got 46 hits on the season. Does Brandon McCrane good for a .341 batting average. He's driven in 18. But again, still looking for his first home run of the season. Nothing in 2 to the Auburn shortstop. And another foul ball.
He battles with 2 strikes. He's just, and again, he had a year. You know, Gabe Gross talked about that, so does Coach Thompson. They had him for a year. And to his credit, when you find out you're redshirting in this generation, what do you think the first thought is? I'm out of here,
yep.
right? He didn't do that.
On
he
to the next
needed to gain some weight, needed to grow up a little bit in some categories, and he did. Now here he is.
Ball 1.
We are quick to leave because of the portal. It has afforded players the opportunity. If something they don't like, then we're gone. And this kid hung in there, gained a lot of weight from his high school days over at Smith Station High School, and now is starting in the SEC at shortstop.
2-2. McCrane hit to left and put away in left by Brendan Brock. 2 outs. Auburn's going to have a pinch hitter, Lucas Steele, come up to the plate in place of Eddie Madrigal.
Auburn still searching a little bit for the DH. We showed the numbers, and Madrigal, not a great day today. They're still kind of searching a little bit for somebody. And Lucas Steele was that somebody last year. This year has not been as good for him.
There you see the numbers on 185 batting average, 2 homers, 10 driven in. Inside for ball 1. First appearance in this series against Oklahoma for Lucas Steele.
Well, and he is the number 2 catcher. Gregorio was one of their catchers, DH, and playing well. He got hurt last week at Florida, so he's out. Had what we understand, a rib cage strain, so he's out for a little bit. So that put Chase Frelick out. He got hurt. Auburn had 3 starters go out. Well, 1 was out. Carter was sick on Saturday at Florida, maybe Friday, game 2. And then Gregorio gets hurt, and then Chase Frelick gets hit. He's out, and Auburn wins in Gainesville with 3 really elite starters out. Mason McCrane stepped up with his home runs at the top of the order, and Auburn pitched really well and won 2 out of 3.
Big swing there from Steele. It's 2-2.
Jackson Cleveland really commanding 3. That was a good change up there. He's shown a good slider, and the fastball's around 94.
Full count. Bristol Carter waits on deck. Ball 4, Lucas Steele walks. Here comes Bristol Carter. Carter, ground ball to short. Willits, quick, strong throw, and the inning is over. 7 innings complete today. It's a 7-run lead for Auburn. Eighth inning action here at Plainsman Park. 10-3 the score as Auburn leads Oklahoma. Ryan Hetzler set to begin his second inning of relief. J.J. Jackson and Mark Fuller here with you for the final game of this series. Auburn won on Friday night. Oklahoma bounced back with a win themselves that last night. And it's been all Auburn today.
This is good work for Hetzler. He has been, because he is a late guy, he has missed some outings, hasn't got a lot of innings. So with Auburn having the week off, I don't know if they'll leave him out there for 3 full. They might if he keeps cruising here. But he could use the work. He can use the innings and the pitches and just make sure they keep him fresh for next weekend.
So Camden Johnson leading it off. He's got a 1-1 count after that foul ball.
I got home last night after the 2-1 Oklahoma win to watch Mississippi State, where Auburn heads. Man, that place was nuts. 15,000. They hit a grand slam to tie it, and then maybe another home run in the 10th, 11th inning to win it over LSU. And it was. They will be fit to be tied with Auburn rolling in there. Top 10 series, I would imagine, in Starkville.
Yeah, all of these baseball crowds have just been awesome across the conference and had a good crowd today. A lot of folks heading for the exits already, wanting to get out of the sun.
Starkville is my greatest memory of all time in baseball. JJ, I was a freshman. Good breaking ball there by Guevara. And back then, ESPN, they didn't have Hetzler striking out the guy there with a good slider. Back then, they didn't have ESPN Major League Sunday Baseball. They had the college game of the week. They had ESPN College Baseball. So we go over there on Easter. And I didn't know what the left field lounge, Duty Noble Field back then. It was Frank Thomas was with us. They had 2 or 3 former future big leaguers on their team. And I think we beat them like 13-11. It was incredible. My greatest memory all time, that walking into that place. They were cooking it 4 hours before game time. Smoke covered the field.
Right.
They are passionate people.
They'll be set for a good series next weekend between Auburn and those Mississippi State Bulldogs. It's quickly 0-2 to Brendan Brock.
Coach Polk was the head coach back then, and man, he was just an absolute treat to be around and watch him coach.
Up in the air to right field. McCrane puts it away. 2 outs.
The home run barrage did it. We showed you yesterday Auburn scored, I believe. We had all their runs on home runs and most of them today. And it's been a complete, it wasn't a bad offensive team. They just weren't hitting the long ball. Now they are.
Vargas had a few this weekend. Bingaman has 2 today. Freilich has 3 across the course of the weekend. It's just been a good weekend of offensive highlights for this Auburn team.
And for Hetzler, these kind of outings, I won't use the word not easy, but he's used to pressure. He's used to the game being 4-3, 5-3, coming in for the close, and there's not a lot of adrenaline and emotion right now, and he's throwing strikes, doing a good job. That closer mindset, those guys are, it's like they're on caffeine 24/7, and they're used to the adrenaline, the intensity. He's not getting it today, but he's pitching well.
Another foul ball here from Nolan Stevens. Stays 1-2.
You have 5 minutes to a rally cap.
We're getting close.
Sorry, fellas. We're trying. Maybe they'll wait for it.
Yeah.
Ooh, good pitch.
Auburn thought it was strike 3.
Man,
Instead, it's ball 2. 2-2.
really good pitch. Backdoor slider by Hetzler. Just didn't get it.
Stevens, fly ball deep, left center field at the wall. It's gone. Nolan Stevens with the home run. The junior touches them all. That ball just kept carrying.
Sure did. Really good swing. Got to pitch deep. Pretty good strength there. Got a fastball over the middle. Oppo, left center-ish. I think he knew it. Good swing.
So the Auburn lead now 10-4. Kyle Branch to the plate. He swings at the first pitch. Popped up in the air, and Chris Rimbert makes the catch to end the inning. We head to the bottom of the 8th, and Auburn leads by 6. Look at our SEC scoreboard from today's action so far. Auburn's got a 10-4 lead over Oklahoma right now. Any of these jump out to you, Mark?
I just think Georgia, they are pulling away. They are saying they're going to win the SEC, winning look on the way to, well, they won 2 out of 3, and really were in position to sweep. They were up 8-0 in game 1 yesterday because they had rain on Friday. And I think Georgia is the team right now that has said we are going to win this conference. A lot to go, but they're playing great baseball.
Yep,
and then A&M keeping pace in Gainesville.
Yeah, they lost the first game of that series against the Gators, but then bounced back and won a pair. As Mason McCrane leads off here this 8th inning for Auburn. It's the top of the order for the Tigers.
And not to pour salt in the wounds, but the LSU Tigers, just they had a big pitcher go down early, #1 guy, and they just have not been able to recover and having a really tough season.
Jackson Cleveland pitching here to Mason McCrane. And it's a 2-1 count now.
There's a saying when I was coaching, thinking about LSU, and this was so true. It's like when you get beat, you just at the bottom of the barrel, and when you win, you're just glad you didn't lose. You know, it's like you don't even really enjoy. I know LSU enjoyed their national championship, but now 11 months, 10 months later, removed from that, it ain't a lot of fun.
Yep.
You know, you spend so much time. These coaches are gone from their families for, man, better part of 9 or 10 months a year recruiting and playing, and then when it all goes wrong and you didn't plan for that, you thought in February things were really, really good shape, it's just hard. It's a tough gig.
And unlike your career coaching in the SEC, Mark, now once the season comes to an end, these players want to figure out what's the compensation look like again going into a new season.
Yep, come June 1st, there'll be 6,000 guys in the portal across college baseball. It's a wild ride.
McCrane, deep drive into right field. Look at Mason run. The freshman right fielder's got a double. Pretty good swing. As the Tigers have a leadoff runner in scoring position. We've been talking about LSU. How about those Bayou Blues? It's been a tough year as they have now lost 9 straight league games.
10 losses by 3 or less. I mean, that tells you it hasn't been a complete disaster from the standpoint of playing good baseball. They just haven't been able to close it. And then 4-13 in the games that matter most. And then Jake Brown's a huge loss for them early in the season. Down went the #1 guy, and they've not recovered since.
Eric Guevara batting here for Auburn with a runner at second.
So what's impressive about Auburn, they legitimately have 4 #1 guys. I mean, they've all thrown well. Marciano, Stevens, Petrovic, and then Alvarez. And they have all thrown like #1 guys.
As Guevara is hit by the pitch. Again, LSU is in danger of missing the postseason, and it really doesn't happen all that much. Notable, though, you can see several since 2010, but defending champions just to miss the NCAA tournament outright the following season. Because right now, LSU won it a year ago, but they're currently out of the field. Mississippi schools both did it in 2021 and 2022.
Yeah, I played against that 1990 Georgia team, and they were really good. We had beaten them the year before in the SEC championship, and they got us the next year and went on to win it all.
Yeah, the more LSU loses in the regular season, the further they drop in the standings, the more that's going to be asked of them in the SEC tournament to then try and win it and get that automatic berth.
Yeah, because it's
into
6-15 after today.
Yep.
You know, with 9 games to go, they would have to really get hot and then have to win the tournament. You're right.
Freilich swings at this one and fouls it back.
And the fans are passionate. You know, they don't. Fans have a hard time remembering that national championship from last June. And that's the way the league is. That's why Coach Johnson made that comment about, well, would you want to be anywhere else? That's the way the league is. It's kind of a what have you done for me lately. A lot of effort, energy, money spent, big fans, big crowds.
Freilich spoils this one. Even up 6, these hitters are going after it.
Yeah, the mindset's pretty good. The battle, the tough, the 2-strike hitting.
Chase Freilich has 3 home runs on the weekend. Pitch outside, ball 1. One ball, 2 strikes to the Auburn catcher. And another foul ball.
One thing for sure, there won't be a traffic jam when the game's over.
Yeah.
We'll be able to get out of here and get home and
You're right about that.
probably go to sleep.
Two and 2 to Freilich. Patient approach.
It's caught every inning. Impressive. This would be a time where if they try to take him out, knowing him, he would say, not a chance. He will get a week off. He'll have to get some exam work done, but his body will get a rest, and that'll be good for him leading into Mississippi State.
Out to right field, playing it off a hop is Stevens, and the bases are loaded. Another hit for the weekend tally for Mr. Chase Freilich. And Auburn has loaded the bases in the 8th. Here comes Chris Rembert. Out of Auburn's top 5 batters in the order, Chris Rembert is the only one who has not hit a home run this weekend. If he hits one right here, we're done. Auburn would win in run rule fashion.
He was loud last weekend in Gainesville, been a little quiet this weekend for his standard anyway.
He's got 48 hits on the year, including 3 home runs, as Chris Rembert takes a strike. 0-1 inside. One ball and one strike. Another one in there to Rembert. It's 1-2.
If Jackson Cleveland can get one down, they would probably come home on a ground ball back to him. Anywhere else, they probably turn two in the middle. They're playing deep, wanting to get outs.
Ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Hey, the first pitch before, the offense didn't like it, and that pitch, defense didn't like it. LaChance held it there for a second. Pretty good slide on the outer half.
Two pitch. Chris Rembert to short. Willits to second for 1. Turn to first late. A run comes in to score for Auburn. Oklahoma gets an out.
Elite speed. Pretty routine and a great turn and exchange there between Willits and Branch, but Chris Rembert just flying down the line to beat that out.
So it's 11-4. Here's a replay.
And that hustle gets him the RBI. No question.
Here's Rembert out of the box.
Look at the effort. 10-4 game, and he's not playing like it. He's playing hard. We talked about it all weekend long, from the turns at first base to the hustle around the bag, and then right there on a routine ground ball, not letting it be a double play ball.
Bingaman's already got 2 home runs today.
Would not think Chris Rembert would steal despite being first and third, 11-4. Coach Thompson probably holding things back, he and Coach Gross.
In there for a strike. It's 0-2 to Ethan Bingaman. 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th. Auburn leads 11-4. Bingaman with the blast. Deep left field. Out of here. Ethan Bingaman walks it off for Auburn on the freshman's 3rd home run of the game. Wow.
It's just not that easy, and boy, he made it look easy on his 3 swings. The game is over. Auburn wins 14-4. Ethan Bingaman, he is making a resume for a freshman All-American. What a big day for him.
Why hit 2 homers when you can hit 3 in a ball game?
Yeah.
Ethan Bingaman's 3rd home run wins the game. It wins the series for the Auburn Tigers.
And JJ, credit always goes to the players, but for this ball game, I want to go back to Coach Thompson getting fired up early, and then Coach Nunemaker making a great base running decision. Give the coaching staff some credit. They did a great job, and Auburn took off, and now they're 12-9. They're in great position.
That's 6 home runs today for Auburn, 3 by Ethan Bingaman, 7 RBI for Ethan as well. Take a look at this one.
Breaking ball in his eyes, and when you're feeling it, you're just feeling it.
A day Ethan Bingaman will remember for quite some time. A bat flip to end it as well. Over the top of the scoreboard in left center.
Man, oh man. What do you say? I mean, just an amazing day. The entire offense, Alex Petrovic settling in, throwing the ball great, and then Ethan Bingaman sealing it with his 3rd home run of the afternoon.
Auburn earns the win in 8 innings. Pretty special stuff. So for Mark Fuller, I'm JJ Jackson saying so long from Auburn, Alabama, where our final score is 14-4, the Auburn win. Tune in Friday as number 11 Auburn travels to Aggieland to face the number 7 Texas A&M Aggies at 8 Eastern on the SEC Network. This has been a presentation of the Southeastern Conference and ESPN.